What's good with it, Black Ghost TV family? Double salute as always. Your boy Fluence Boxing is in the building again, and we are here excited, ready to go for Triple G Canelo 3. Man, y'all don't know how I'm feeling right now. Y'all don't know how excited I am when it comes to this particular fight. Man, I am hoping because usually, the fights you look the most forward to are the ones that end up being the biggest letdown. I'm not crossing my fingers, I'm not jinxing it. Hopefully that's not the case, but I'm very excited for this fight. I've been saying it all week. I feel like this fight has been a little bit under promoted, at least when it comes to the US side of the game. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm paying attention to it, I've been paying attention to it this whole entire week. I'm all in, I'm ready. Uh, we here finally. The co-main event is coming up, so we finna watch the co-main event, and then we here for the big dog. We here for the big game. We here for what we've been waiting for. Canelo Triple G3. I can't wait. Y'all can already. I hope y'all feel the energy. I hope y'all getting some of this energy, man. None of this is fake. Y'all don't know how amped I up. Excuse me, how amped up I am for this particular fight. The fact that it's already happening. Or it's going to happen, you know what I'm saying? I never really expected it, to be honest with you. It was seen at some point that, Canelo versus Triple G3 just wasn't going to ever come across as a fight that can actually be made. But here we are nonetheless. Sometimes, the saying is true. Never say never. You feel me? But salute to the people, man. Happy Saturday. Hopefully you guys' Saturday has been as good as mine, man. I've been having a good time when it comes to the Saturday side of the game. You know what I'm saying? Been chilling, ain't been doing nothing extraordinary other than, you know what I'm saying, got in that work. I went out and do my daily check-in. Make sure y'all check that out. 5.5 miles, good time of that. And you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I've been taking care of errands, running around doing the thing. But I've been enjoying it, having a good time. Hopefully y'all have been too. If y'all hop up in here, man, make sure you show your boy some love, man. Just hit the like button below, subscribe to the channel. You feel me? If you ain't done that, be part of the family. Why not? Notification gang, so you know whenever I'm dropping. Comment on this joint, man. Get live in the chat, have some fun. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm all for anything anybody got to say, man. Fuck censorship. So talk your shit, man. Get in the comments, go crazy. You feel me? And at one point, I might drop the link too, see if anybody wants to hop up in a discussion, have any conversation. Now, all that's out the way. We got the co-main event coming up for Triple G vs Canelo 3. So we're close to the main event, man. We almost here. So until then, man, I'm hoping the co-main event is solid. I didn't really watch the Rosado fight. I saw that he lost by unanimous decision. It seemed like it was an all right fight. I probably caught like the last three rounds of that Rosado fight. But I'm here. I'm gonna be able to catch this whole co-main event. The co-main event should be a banger. It should be a banger. Jesse Rodriguez. I can't remember who he's fighting, but it's for the belt, man. Should be a banger. Should be a good time. So, salute to the people, man. Salute to everybody up out there, man. We won't have Zen coming into the game a little bit later, hopefully. Hopefully, toward a little bit toward the main event. I'm gonna reach out to some other people too, see if they want to go ahead and hop in as well. A little bit later, but for now, man, we're gonna cruise, kind of work our way up to that particular point. But there's some main things that I want to talk about when it comes to this main event that I do want to discuss. Just kind of by myself before I add anybody into the mix. So let me get some things off real quick. You know what I'm saying? Bear with me, man. Salute to the people, Black Goose TV family. Um, Man, much love to the people, man. We here. You know what I'm saying? But some of the things that I want to talk about personally when it comes to this specific main event, when it comes to Canelo and Triple G, it's something that I've kind of been echoing all week. If y'all been following, the lives I've been dropping, I've been constantly saying, I've been constantly implementing it, I've been constantly putting out there in the atmosphere that age isn't going to be as big of a factor, in my opinion, as people are making it out to be. As much as I know that, yes, Triple G is 40 years old. Yes, Canelo is basically in his prime at 32, 33 years old. Um, what I'm saying, I'm not saying that age won't matter. I'm saying it's not going to be as big of a beneficiary for Canelo and a deficiency for Triple G as people are making it out to be. Why? Let me tell you why. Because the fact that Triple G is going to have the opportunity to not cut those extra 8 pounds and be able to be at 168 is going to benefit his body with him having an older body. Does that make sense? So basically saying now that he's an older fighter, he doesn't have to make such an extreme cut for this particular fight. And I think it's going to be toward his benefit. Because the one thing that I did notice and I've been echoing and I've been saying is he still looked as if he had somewhat of a hard weight cut just to get to 168. So that tells me he cuts a lot of weight to get to 160. Now, that's nothing new. A lot of people know that Triple G cuts a lot of weight to 160. A lot of people thought that Triple G could have easily, in his prime, he could have been solid at light heavyweight. He could have fought some of the best at light heavyweight. Triple G versus Kovalev would have been crazy. Triple G versus Andre Ward would have been crazy. But it's not new to any of us as boxing heads that Triple G cuts massive amounts of weight to make it to 160. So with that being said, seeing the fact that he still seemed as if he had a pretty big cut to get to 168, because if you guys saw the day before the weigh-ins, he still looked pretty sunken in. He didn't look like he was filled out. He definitely didn't look like his cut was as good as Canelo, or definitely looked like he was cutting more weight than Canelo. He still looked like the bigger man. So with all that being said, just wrap that up, nice in a bow. I do not think that age will be as big of a negative factor for Triple G in this particular fight, because he doesn't have to cut the extra pounds. Also, because coming into this particular fight, he's going to have the luxury of saying, okay, I fought Canelo a certain way both times, the same way. He went out and he hired a different trainer so he can present a different style to Canelo. Now, whether or not he's going to be able to implement is going to be the story. I don't think that has anything to do with age. I just think it's a little bit too little too late, because as we've seen with Jonathan Banks, he hasn't necessarily been able to implement that style that he really wanted to learn by using it, Jonathan Banks' new trainer. But you have seen like little glimpses of it. You have seen him, the head movement, his feet is a lot smoother. He comes off his jab a lot. But at certain times, you still do see the same Triple G. So also too, I think it's important to kind of point out is like you're going to rise to the level you're going against. So I think, Triple G has been going against level or competition that definitely has not been at the same tier as him. So maybe you saw him underperform, but at the end of the day, he has not lost. So it's going to be interesting to see him fighting Canelo. Will he be able to raise to that next tier? So now he's in a position where he is going back and forth with Canelo, and he is surprising Canelo with things. So this fight's going to be good, man. It's definitely going to be a 50-50 fight. I think it's not as clear-cut as a lot of people are trying to say it's going to be. By the way, the co-main event is about to start. I'm going to watch this a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be as clear-cut as what people are trying to say it's going to be, in my personal opinion, especially if you counted out Triple G. And also, too, you can't count out Canelo. I know, Canelo just, took the L. He lost to Bivol. That's a big deal. Something we can't just, overlook. It is what it is. So you can't say, okay, that's who Canelo is. You know what I'm saying? He takes L's. Obviously, him coming off this loss is probably going to be a benefit for Canelo, because he's going to have the fire in his eyes. He's going to want revenge. He understands that another L on his record is definitely going to change the atmosphere when it comes to his entire trajectory, which is crazy right now, and what he potentially can do and continue doing. So there's a lot that Canelo's putting on the line right now. Like, if you really look at who has more to lose in this fight, it really isn't Triple G. Or is it? Because some people might say that Triple G's legacy hangs on this fight. Some people will say, hey, well, Triple G never beat Canelo. Canelo was probably the best fighter Triple G ever fought. So is Triple G really as good as people try to say? Who's Triple G's best win? Danny Jacobs? So you got to keep that in mind. Kell Brook, a lot of people disrespect Kell Brook. That's still a good win. But, look, at the end of the day, I think both of the fighters have a lot on the line, honestly. They have a lot on the line. They do. And that's why I think it's going to be a crazy-ass fight. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think, because I really do think that this is going to be probably last, regardless of the outcome, it's probably going to be Triple G's last fight, if not last fight, very close to being his last fight. I think the only reason why Triple G is still fighting was because he wanted this fight. Salute to Zenzel in the building. Let's go with it. I'm trying to have a watch party tonight. I'm about to hit some people up, see if they want to hop in. But not just yet, because I got to talk my shit. By the way, the co-main event just started, Rodriguez versus Gonzalez. They're saying this one's not gonna go all 12 rounds. They think this one's gonna be a stoppage. Rodriguez changed by none other than Robert Garcia. We know Robert Garcia is being a legend in the sport, but also as of recently, training AJ for that Usyk, fight. So far, it's a pretty good fight. I like the counter uppercut coming from Rodriguez. Or is that Gonzalez? Yeah, that's Gonzalez. Gonzalez has a very beautiful counter uppercuts to the body. It's very interesting. He's hitting him with them every time. I think he's going to stop him with that. I think Rodriguez is going to get stopped with that counter. Oh, that body, the body work from Gonzalez is disgusting. He's coming off of literally ever counterpunch with it, just an uppercut straight to the body. I've never seen it used this way. It's beautiful. And it's like Rodriguez don't even know how to block it. That's beautiful work right there. And I'm almost sure that Gonzalez, Rodriguez is the one with the belt right now, man. I think I have Gonzalez winning. He gonna win this one off a stoppage to the body, unless Rodriguez is gonna be able to pick up on him. But anyway, yeah, the co-main event's good. Anybody not watching it, you should go ahead check it out. Zen said Triple G finna shock the world. I hope what I hope or what I fear is the possibility of a Luis Ortiz, Andy Ruiz situation. This is the thing. I still don't think Canelo's going to be able to bully Triple G. I just don't think that's going to be the case. I think there's going to be rounds. I think there's going to be points in time in a particular fight where we are going to be a little bit worried what's going on if you are a Triple G fan. I think Canelo's going to be landing some big shots on Triple G because Triple G always gets hits with big shots. But I still think that we're going to see prime vintage Triple G in the sense of we're going to see him pushing back. We're going to see him putting a lot of pressure on Canelo as well, and he's going to be landing big shots too. That's the thing. And I think a lot of people are underestimating that. A lot of predictions that I'm seeing, I see a lot of predictions on the Triple G is going to get stopped within 10 rounds side of the game. And I'm like, that's crazy. Within 10 rounds? That's crazy. The fact that you think Triple G is going to get stopped, I'm like, Triple G has never been stopped in his entire career. Why would he be stopped now? I don't care what age Triple G is. I just don't see that man being stopped from nothing. He may look hurt. He may take some big blows. He maybe look like he's struggling. But Triple G being stopped is a crazy thing for people to say. It's like people just forgot. Had amnesia. Because I'm like, that prediction is crazy. If you want to say Canelo wins by unanimous decision, majority decision, split decision, I can see that. I definitely can see that. But Triple G getting stopped is crazy. Like it's so weird to me because it's like I hear so much. I was like, oh, Triple G looks older in every fight he's had. He doesn't look like the same fighter. I'm like, regardless, he still won all his fights. It's not like he lost. The only one that maybe was questionable is the Derevyanchenko one. That was probably the worst I've seen Triple G look ever. But I honestly think Triple G was kind of deflated because I think he thought he was going to get the Canelo rematch or the Canelo Trilogy fight then. Because that's when he signed to the zone. He signed to the zone for that fight. Zen said they would say age is why he'll be stopped. Man, I don't care how old Triple G is. I know Canelo's a beast. He's a dog. But I put Triple G in that same type of category as like a Bivol. You know what I'm saying? A better bit of like, dude is made of stone. Like, ain't no way he finna be stopped. I just couldn't see it. And if it happens, you know what I'm saying? I'll eat my words. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I ain't got no problem admitting when I'm wrong. But for me to just like really see Canelo hitting Triple G with a body shot and stopping him, or Kovalev type thing with a left hook and got him, flailing to the ground. Like, nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. This is a good fight though so far with Rodriguez versus Gonzalez. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Rodriguez is a solid boxer, but he just looks a little bit behind when it comes to Gonzalez, man. Gonzalez just looks like the better fighter in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's a solid fight, though. I'm not even going to lie to you. I know Eddie Hearn is happy as hell, too. Eddie Hearn is like, man, finally. He said, Eddie Hearn predicted, man, he said he sees this pay-per-view doing 1 million buys. Eddie Hearn had the nerve to say he thinks this pay-per-view will sell 1 million pay-per-views. I just want to be like, Eddie Hearn, what? Look, bro, I respect you, got love for you, all that good stuff, but you crazy if you think it's going to even touch 1 million. I'll be surprised if this does 200K. Because in my personal opinion, I've been saying it. I'm like, there's been a lot of firefights going on lately. A lot of pay-per-views that have been worth pay-per-view money lately. We have more firefights coming up. I don't know if I'm spending. And then also I said this too. I was like, the promotion, in my personal opinion, was real lackluster. Like, I wasn't even really thinking about this fight until really like Monday hit, and I forgot what I saw. I think it was Sniper said something, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, this fight is happening. So I'm like, for Eddie Hearn to even have the nerve to say some shit like that, it's not touching Noah Mill. You'll be lucky if you break 200. I'll say this probably does 350K pay-per-view buys. That's my personal opinion. And that's being generous. Because I'm like, respect to the card, you feel me? But the card ain't nothing really, you know what I'm saying, crazy. Everyone's just going to have to be buying this joint just to watch Canelo versus Triple G. I will give them this. They did a good job picking a day where there's no other combat sports. So that might, boost up a little bit when it comes to the buys. But I don't think it'll be by much, man. Because the question is how many people are really that interested in this third fight? Like, there's a lot of weird shit already being reported where they got the same judges from the last couple of fights judging the fight. You know what I'm saying? Canelo waited so long to even make the fight happen. Like I said, I don't really believe in the whole age thing. It's not going to be that much of a factor, but, it is what it is. He's 40. Why you wait so long? Like, there's just so many things where it's kind of like makes this whole entire situation where it's like, all right, man, this is crazy. But I will say this, if Triple G is able to just, man, Gonzalez is throwing a lot of punches, but he's missing a lot. But I'm like, if Triple G is just able to stay focused, you know what I'm saying, stick to his game plan, kind of implement some of the old stuff with some of the new. And I think if he really gets his jab going, because, Bivol kind of just showed the blueprint. And I think Triple G can do something similar to what Bivol did. Because, my personal opinion, when I saw the weigh-ins, man, I was like, Canelo definitely looks like the bigger fighter. Excuse me, I said Canelo, my bad. Triple G definitely looked like the bigger fighter. Wasn't even close. So I'm gonna be interested to see how Canelo's approach is going to be in this particular fight. What's his game plan going to be? Is it going to be similar to the second because he knew it worked? Is he going to change a little bit because he's coming off a loss to Bivol and he feels like he has to try something a little bit different? That's an interesting, question as well, or scenario you want to think about as well when it comes to the Canelo side of the game. How will he approach the fight? What is he going to do? What is he going to implement? What is his options going to be when it comes to being able to try and dictate the fight? And it's just the only thing that, I'm worried about or wary of is that, we're going to see maybe a little bit one-sided side of the game when it comes to how it's going to be judged, viewed, and things like that. Like, let's be fair. Because if you guys remember against Bivol, the judges gave him like the first 5 rounds. It was crazy. So this ain't going to be no even road when it comes to the fight happening. I think Triple D is going to have an uphill battle. But I also think Canelo, I'm going to give, respect to where respect is due. I think he's going to, come in and he's going to show that, he's leveled up as a fighter. He's a better fighter than when they last fought. He's a different fighter to an extent. He's older, but he's in his prime. So everything he does for a reason. Sets up certain sets up certain combos in order so he can approach and, he'll be able to get off certain counter punches, be able to utilize certain things so he can get to the body, stay in, press, put the pressure on you. So obviously he's going to showcase all of his abilities and his skill set and what he's able to do to, obviously what he's been doing to get the W's. But it is going to be interesting to see if he changes anything just a little bit, just because he is coming off a loss. And maybe he feels like it's going to be necessary coming against fighting Triple G. They're showing Triple G getting his hands wrapped right now. He looks focused. Doesn't he? Looks like he had a good weight gain in a day. Face doesn't look sunken in anymore. Look like he rehydrated pretty good. That's good. Looks youthful, man. Doesn't look 40. And that's going to be the thing. I wonder how this feels for someone like Triple G, someone who's wanted this fight for so long, been waiting so long, signed to the zone strictly for this fight. At one point seemed like he probably wasn't going to get the fight. And then now here it is. He's sitting in the locker room. He's just waiting for his opportunity, for the moment. That must be surreal for him. You know? And I still got to give respect to Canelo, regardless if it was in the contract or not. He signed the contract for the third fight. He lost to Bivol. I know he didn't expect to lose to Bivol. And, you know, he still went on and said, no, I'm going to have the Triple G fight. That's what I'm going to do. And then after I go for Bivol. Because he could have tried to chase the Bivol rematch. He's, you know, Canelo has enough clout. He has enough pull in the game to make that happen. You know, the question you can ask yourself, though, is, you know, this is me just, you know, spitting off the top, just thinking off the top of my head is, well, think about this. Maybe Canelo in his mind was surprised by the Bivol loss, and the reason why he wanted to go ahead and fight, you know, Triple G, because maybe he sees it as a tune-up fight for him to get back in there with Bivol. Like, you know, I need a confidence builder. You know what I'm saying? Let me be a confidence builder. Let me get in here real quick with Triple G because I really feel like I'm going to beat him. I really feel like I'm that much better than him. Get him out the way, and then, you know, go back after Bivol with some confidence and revenge my loss. But that's how he's thinking. You feel me? That could be the case as well. Chris Cabrera in the building was good with it. He got Triple G. How you got him? You got, because I'm like, you really think he's gonna be able to win by decision? Don't you think he's probably gonna have to win by Canelo unless it's clear? Excuse me, I said by Canelo. Don't you think you got to win by KO? Unless it's just a clear cut decision. How you got him winning? Let me know anybody else in the chat, man. Who you got winning between Triple G and Canelo, man? By the way, it's the co-main event. It's the fourth round. It's a solid fight. I'm not mad at it. It's you know what I'm saying? It's cool. I can't really. I'm pretty sure Gonzalez is winning, but I feel like neither one of them really just landed anything. You know, any clear damages. Excuse me, any clear punches that, you know, really showing damage or really making me like, okay, I could lean towards you for the round. But so it's a pretty close fight. Good fight. I'm not mad at it at all. Oh, my DoorDash is approaching real quick. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to be right back. Let me pull up David Benavidez responding. Hold on. I'm going to be right back, y'all.
He did with Bivol.
Yeah. Think Canelo wins tonight?
I think he wins tonight. I wonder how it's gonna be, because if he comes out just looking for the knockout in the first round, that's kind of what he did with Bivol. Yep. You know what happened with Bivol, and then Golovkin has a great jab. He's been working on a lot of defense, and he's fucking strong, bro. The power never goes away. Yep. Yeah. So but we'll see what happens, man. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm excited, and the whole card is fucking stacked. I'm excited to see Bam. What's his name? Bam Rodriguez. Yeah, he's a fucking beast. Of course, Diego Pacheco. Yep. My teammate. So there's a lot.
Did you have to pick Ryo up at all? One of your other teammates after his recent?
Yeah, bro.
Did you have to play big brother?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I feel like I kind of play like the team captain role. I mean, I feel like because I have the most experience. I've been there. I know what I know what we're doing and stuff. And not only that, I've never taken a loss, but I've got suspended and I've lost my belt. Right. So I kind of know. I know how that fucking feeling feels. You know, it doesn't feel good at all. So I told Raul keep his head up. You know, it could have happened to anybody. You know, but you know, this is boxing. You know, you have to be fucking on point from round one. You know, I think he kind of slept on the shot that he got hit with. And that's the thing. It was
maybe
about
overconfident.
I think it's because it was a last opponent. Yeah. And sometimes you don't think these dudes could crack until they fucking hit you in the ring. You're like, oh fuck, I'm in trouble. So
Dominican was good.
Yeah, he was pretty good. So but I feel like I think it's gonna make Ryo a stronger fighter. He's gonna come back. He's gonna grind even harder, and and in the long run it's gonna be good for him. I told him too. You know, Pacquiao got knocked out. You know, and this when he was like 22, 23. Yeah. Robert Guerrero got knocked out, and they came back to become multiple world champions. So I mean, it's not the end of him, but you know, he really does he needs to be on his P's and Q's though. But I feel like it's also kind of a good thing because now the bigger fighter's gonna take a fight with him thinking he's an easier opponent.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that he could capitalize on that. But yeah, it was kind of sad seeing him like that. But you know what I mean? Like I said, I picked him up. I try to motivate him and stuff, and I just try to be the big brother in every sense.
He will be back.
I had to come back. Had my food. Food got dropped off. Had to go get my food real quick. But I saw David Benavidez, man. David Benavidez, man. He said he got Canelo winning. He got Canelo getting the W. He said, the little bit I heard, he said as long as, Canelo's not, looking for the knockout against Triple G, he takes his time, he boxes, is comfortable. He'll be able to get 5 to 6 rounds probably under his belt easy. I agree with that. That's true. If Canelo doesn't look for the, the knockout, if he takes his time, does his thing, decides to box a little bit, they're going to give him the first 5, 6 rounds. And then he can kind of start coming heavy. Then he can start giving away rounds if necessary. Because you can't knock out everybody. And maybe that's going to be the main adjustment that we're going to see from Canelo in this particular fight, is that he's going to come into this. His approach is going to be like, okay, I can't knock out everybody. I'm going to let that come. I'm going to let that happen. Let me box. Let me get these W's. Because at the end of the day, even when I was searching for the knockout, even when I was searching for the heavy blows, I still was winning rounds, apparently, to the judges. So I could definitely see in that as Canelo's game plan. If that's the case, that means Triple G is going to have to push the pace. Question is, though, that everybody's asking, everyone's trying to see if this is the case. Is he too old to try and push the pace? I would argue at 160, who knows? Maybe. But at 168, we don't know. We haven't seen him at 168. So what if he can push the pace at 168 at his age? We finna find out. Salute to everybody, man. Hopefully you guys is enjoying your Saturday. You know what I'm saying? My Saturday's been cool, man. For real. Tomorrow, man, I'm about to just be driving. But my Saturday's been cool. I'm just really hoping Triple G. I'm just really hoping that this fight, Triple G vs Canelo, I'm really hoping, man, it don't let a nigga down, man. Please don't let a nigga down, man. Because I've been saying, man, the ones you really be wanting to, the ones you really be excited for, usually at the end of the day, it be some bullshit. But I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop saying that because I'm gonna jinx it, man. This is gonna be the fight of the year. This is gonna be the greatest fight ever. It's gonna be crazy. Triple G finna come in here and yeah. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's gonna come back with it. Yeah. Go crazy with it. I'm telling you. I'm gonna keep the faith. But we here for real. On the Fluence Lounge side of the game. My bad. Yeah, I know I was in the phone side of the game. Let me see what's going on with this co-main event. 6th round. I got Gonzalez still winning slightly. It's a close fight, though. Rodriguez has really been putting in that work. I understand now why Rodriguez definitely has the belt. His pressure is crazy. Like in the beginning, Gonzalez was really landing some big shots. That uppercut to the body was crazy. The straight right hand to the body was crazy. But now just the pressure from Rodriguez seems to be overwhelming for my guy Gonzalez right now. So, in the beginning rounds, probably like the first 4, I definitely had Gonzalez just outboxing Rodriguez. But, you know what I'm saying, ever since the 5th round, Rodriguez is just coming forward. It seems like nothing that Gonzalez is hitting him with even matters. He's even hurting him. He just keeps coming forward and bullying my guy Gonzalez, man. So salute to Rodriguez for changing the pace of the fight. So he may end up winning this late rounds. We'll see. If Triple G versus Canelo is even, slightly like this, we in for a big fight. You feel me? Because this is a really good fight. I'm not even going to lie to you, man. I'm having a good time, man. Salute to the people, man. If y'all up in here, man, show love, man. You feel me? Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? We having a good time as always, man. Fluence Lounge. Salute to the people. Salute to everybody, man. Let me know who y'all got, man. If y'all up in here, man, let me know who y'all got. Who y'all got for the main event? Who y'all got getting the dub, getting the W? You feel me? I'm not gonna say who I got winning just yet. I'm gonna do it when we get a little bit closer to the main event. You feel me? But hopefully everybody's having a good time, man. I am. I got some good food waiting for me. You know what I'm saying? After this, weekend's a good time. Such a good time. This is a good co-main event. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? It's action. The question is, though, man, a lot of people, think the real question, or a lot of people are trying to say the question is when it comes to this particular fight is Triple G too old? I think the real question is, why did it take so long for the fight to actually happen? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't nobody asking that question? I'm like, we want to criticize the fact that, Earl Spence versus, Terrence Crawford, it took forever, but we know why it took forever. They was in two different promotional companies. Triple G signed with DAZN strictly so he can get to the third fight for Canelo. Why did it literally take 5 years for the third fight to happen? It's crazy, bro. But nobody wants to talk about that. All we want to talk about is Triple G too old. They showing Canelo in the locker room. He looked ready. It's gonna be the fight, man. Let this be the fight of the year, man. Let this be the surprise, man, of the year, man. Y'all thought Triple G was washed. He was done. Which didn't make any sense to me because he ain't lost a fight since. But let this be the fight of the year. Let it be just a crazy good time, man. I hope that's the case. Salute to the people, though. I think it's going to be a good time. I'm confident it's going to be a good time. I think Triple G is going to surprise a lot of people. I think Canelo's going to come out. I think he's going to look in probably some of the best shape that he's ever had been in. Let's talk about this too. How long has it been since Canelo lost to Bivol? Hasn't been that long, and he's already back in fighting again. Bivol, he has a fight against Zerto Ramirez, but that's not until I think it's either October or November. So, and Bivol's the one who won, and Canelo's already back in the ring. So, is Canelo putting his body through too much too soon? Will that be a factor, or will that be a benefit? Who knows, man? It's not too long ago he just fought Bivol. He's already back in the ring again. Like Bivol versus Zerto Ramirez is happening, but it ain't happening this month. So that's interesting. You think about that too. This is a very interesting co-main event. It's hard to really judge this one, man. It's very even. Like Gonzalez is landing some big shots. Rodriguez is pushing the pace. Ooh, that was a nice little uppercut right there in the pocket. Not much behind it, but it just landed just enough to get the respect. That was beautiful. Beautiful boxing. It is beautiful boxing when it comes to this co-main event, but the idea that this is gonna do a milli, Eddie Hearn, you tripping, man? Ain't no way this is gonna do no milli. Come on now. You're tripping. Salute to the people. Salute to everybody, man. Hopefully y'all been just having a good time, man, when it comes to your Saturday. I don't know if you guys are watching the card. I'm gonna be 100 with you, man. Ain't no way this is gonna do a milli, man. Ain't no way. In order for this to even hit or even touch a milli, Triple G versus Canelo would have to be absolute fireworks. I'm talking about like just crazy. I'm talking about I ain't never expected this to happen in my life. Oh my God, type. You know what I'm saying? This is a good time. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. This is a good time. I enjoy the co-main event. It's cool, but it ain't nothing crazy. So I'm like, for Eddie Hearn to even predict, like, yo, this is finna do 1 million pay-per-views. Like, bro, you gotta chill on all that, Eddie. You gotta chill, because I'm gonna be checking. Now I'm gonna be paying attention. Now I'm gonna be like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way y'all doing 1 million pay-per-view buys. Y'all maybe gonna do 350K max. Y'all ain't beating that. Because yes, we are excited for this fight. Yes, we do want this fight to happen. Yes, we are very interested to see how it goes. But at the end of the day, everyone is asking the same questions. Why did it take so long for this fight to happen? Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao type of time, man. It's now happening to the point where it's like, that's cool, we can watch it, but now that we watching it, we're gonna be like, why are we watching it at the point that we're watching it? And it's not even gonna matter. It's not even mattering the same way. Excuse me. So that's how I be feeling about it, man, to be 100 with you. Either way it goes, I'm still having a good time. This is a good co-main event, man. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I wish, one of these young lads right here, man, one of these young dogs, they land something significant, because they showing some great boxing skill. You feel me? They're showing beautiful combinations, body shots, but they missing a lot too, man. So I just feel like no one's landing nothing significant. So that's why it's so hard for me to even figure out who's winning, man. Because I feel like neither of them could really hit each other. It's crazy. But it's the 8th round of the co-main event, Rodriguez versus Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it in no type of way. It's cool, breezy, freeze, go. Salute, though. Salute to everybody, man. If y'all up in here, man, hit that like button, man. Show some love, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the family. Let me know, man, how y'all feeling, man. How excited y'all for the Triple G versus Canelo fight? How y'all feeling, man? How excited y'all for this to be happening? I'm from, if I was gonna rate my excitement level from 1 to 10, my excitement level as of right now, I would probably say a 6. That's how I would feel. Was good with it. We got last one in the building. Hey, man, is the Eubank fight later on tonight, Sunday? Nah, the Eubank fight ain't tonight. I think the Eubank fight is in October. Pretty sure. Let me make sure I'm right. I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, it's on it's October 8th. The Eubank fight. I'll go ahead and show you real quick too, so you don't think I'm on some bullshit. So yeah, Eubank Jr. and Ben will follow in their father's footsteps when they meet at the O2 Arena on the 8th of October, fighting at a catch weight of 157. Real quick though, I haven't seen this article, so I just want to see real quick what Chris Eubank Jr. has said, because everybody was trying to say he was going to pull out, because Eubank Sr. said he was going to pull him out, but I debunked that already. But this is the first time I've actually seen Eubank Jr. respond. So real quick, this is what his father said: "If you come in beneath that weight, you put your life in danger, and no one could put my son's life in danger. I've already lost one son, which he has. Respect and condolences to him and his family. It is not going to happen," said former middleweight and super middleweight champion Eubank Sr. He cannot go beneath 160. If Nigel wants his son to fight my son, effectively he has got to do that at 160, and that he is not doing. 32-year-old Eubank Jr. acknowledged he's taking a major risk with next month's fight and says he would never take such a step against an opponent he views as a killer. As fighters, we take chances, we gamble, and I don't believe Conor is going to be able to take me into deep waters. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel that that's what he's going to be able to do, so I agreed to this weight. If I was going in there with someone that I consider a killer, I would never do anything like this. I just don't see the pedigree or grade from Conor, so I'm taking the risk of cutting to a weight I've never been before, and I'm taking the risk of not being able to fully hydrate after the fight. Is it a concern? I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I've never had to do anything like this in my career, so I don't know how my body's going to react. I don't know how I'm going to feel on the night. I know I'm not going to be 100%. That's an interesting thing to say from Ube Jr. Okay, I kind of see what his pops is saying, man. Is Ube Jr. being a little bit too confident? That's a weird thing to say. I don't know why you would say something like that, but yeah, that fight's happening October 8th. Ube Jr., please don't disappoint me. I really and God damn it, Roy Jones better be in your fucking corner. Last one said, I was baffled, couldn't find it today. Yeah, October 8th. I'm really excited. Got the gig still. Yeah, facts. Why only 6? That was in reference to this fight, the Triple G Canelo fight. Only in 6 though, because I don't know, man. They just didn't do a good job promoting it, in my personal opinion. I swear it was the night. Now, October 8th, man. Or 6th, I'm sorry. Or no, October 8th, my bad. Well, I'm fed up. Well, we still got Triple G versus Canelo tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's only 3 pounds. It is only 3 pounds, but, Chris Eubank Jr. is one of those guys, man. He can easily be a super middleweight. Like just like I look at it in this way. I look at it as like Triple G. Triple G, after seeing the way he looked cutting just to get to 168, if Triple G tried to get to 157, he probably wouldn't be able to do it. 3 pounds is a lot if you're already killing yourself to make it to 160. But last one, you got to think about it this way. If Chris Eubank Jr. is a big dude, he can fight at super middleweight if he wanted. He could probably fight at light heavyweight if he wanted. Cutting down to 160 is a big deal. Those extra 3 pounds to 157, that's everything, depending on how hard of a cut it is. No problem, last one. Salute. I can't wait for that fight, though. I'm excited as hell for that fight. It's going to be a good time. I don't really like the rhetoric coming from Chris Eubank Jr., you know what I'm saying? Like, saying, yeah, I may not be at my 100%. Yeah, I may not be able to rehydrate. I don't know if he's trying to build in excuses already, but I'm like, yo, if that's the case and you're saying all that, then maybe you need to, take the advice from your pops and, you know what I'm saying, be like, I'm cool on this, because it's like you're already trying to make it seem as if you're going to be at a disadvantage. And it's like, that shouldn't be the case. Or let the fans decide that's the case. You shouldn't be the one already trying to tell us that. Let us decide that's the case. You feel me? So I'm excited for that fight, though. That's going to be a hell of a fight. I'm happy it's not canceled, too. By the way, anybody who's up in here waiting for the Canelo versus Triple G fight, it's the co-main event. We're on the 9th round right now. It's a hell of a fight. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm enjoying it to the fullest, but it's probably going to go all 12 rounds. So we still got a little bit before the Triple G Canelo fight coming up. Salute to everybody, man. If y'all come up in here, man, show some love, man. Hit the like button. If y'all not part of the family, subscribe to the channel. You feel me? Be part of the family. Why not? We chilling. We having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's like his pops pointed it out himself. That's also why, you know what I'm saying, when we can connect that to the Triple G Canelo fight, where I think actually Triple G not having to cut that extra 7-8 pounds. We can talk about him being older, being 40. Yes, that is going to be more of a negative toward Triple G and it will be more of a positive for Canelo. But him not having to cut those extra 7 to 8 pounds when it seems like he was killing himself just to get to 160, I think it's going to benefit Triple G. I think we're going to see somebody from Triple G who's going to be able to start a lot faster. Because when I was looking at him during the week, when I was looking at him before the actual weigh-ins, when I was looking at him before the actual weight cut or during his weight cut, it still looked like he was cutting a lot of weight just to make 168. He looked like he was cutting a lot more weight than Canelo was to make it to 168. And Triple G still looked like the bigger man than Canelo, in my personal opinion. So if that's the case, him not having to sacrifice those extra 7 or 8 pounds came in at 167 is going to be a benefit to Triple G, especially at his age. That's my personal opinion. Like, you got to acknowledge that. And I feel like nobody is talking about the benefits that it will do for Triple G not having to cut that extra weight, more so than, oh, he's fighting Canelo at 168, where Canelo's been fighting at 168. He's comfortable at 168, came down from light heavyweight, after fighting, a couple light heavyweights, it's blah 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 blah. It's like, all right, y'all keep missing the point. Let's see how comfortable Triple G looks at 168 for real. Salute to everybody though up in here. I think we're going into the 10th round of the co-main event. Still a little bit time before we get to the Canelo side of the game versus Triple G. It's going to be a hell of a time, hell of a fight, hell of a night. Appreciate everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got the time, go ahead, drop who y'all think is going to win. Canelo, Triple G. How y'all feeling? Y'all leaning toward Triple G? Y'all leaning toward Canelo? 10th round starting for Rodriguez versus Gonzalez. That's the main event, which I've been enjoying, man. I'm not mad at it at all, man. Salute to you, Lost One, man. Y'all got to just understand, man. Things are put into play. Things are placed. Things are orchestrated. Like, somebody tell me why. It makes no sense that for some reason they got the same judges from the second fight for this fight. And why is it public? Like, that seems just like a manipulative tactic. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I'm looking too much into it. All right, salute to the people. We're getting to that point. I'm going to see if I can bring some people up in here, man. The co-main event is on round 10. Got a couple more rounds before the actual co-main event ends up ending, unless we got a knockout out of nowhere, which I doubt is going to happen. All right. I got Canelo winning, but it should be close. That's coming from Manly Advice. Salute to you, Manly Advice. I respect that, man. I respect that. So that's actually something I can get with because, like I said a little bit previously in the stream, like I didn't understand anybody who was trying to say like, oh, Canelo's going to stop Triple G. Canelo's going to knock out Triple G. And if that happens, man, I'll be utterly surprised. I'll go crazy. I'll give nothing but respect toward Canelo. But I'm like, Triple G's never been stopped. So it's hard for me to see that. But, somebody saying that they got Canelo winning, but it should be close. I can see that. Like, I can see him winning by decision, split, majority, unanimous, whatever the case may be. Like, I can see that. Unless Manly Advice, you mean that you got Canelo winning, it should be close, but maybe he stops him in like the 10th round. But I respect that. Anybody else, man? Yeah, y'all got your opinion, man. Go ahead, throw it in there, man. I want to know who y'all got winning tonight. How you feeling about the fight? Triple G, Canelo 3. This is the third time, the final time. Will it be? Like, remember, saying Marquez versus Pacquiao, we got 4 of them joints, and we got crazy outcomes. Is this our Marquez versus Pacquiao? Canelo, Triple G, 4 fights of them? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm excited. Let me know what y'all think, man. Salute to Manly Advice. Appreciate you commenting. Appreciate you saying something, man. By the way, if y'all come up in here, man, show some love, man. Like the video, you feel me? Subscribe to the channel. We here having a good time. We getting close to the main event. I think we got 1 or 2 more rounds from the co-main event. Then we get into that main event. You feel me? Canelo, they're showing Canelo in the locker room right now. He looks ready to go. He looks like he's, you know what I'm saying? He looks lean, man. I'm not going to lie to you. He looks lean. He looks like he's ready to go all 12 rounds. Got a smirk on his face. He looks confident. He looks confident. He looks ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Looks on point. So it's finna go crazy. Oh, we got my guy Zen in the building. Shh. All right, here we go. I'm going to bring him in. What's happening with it, man?
Yeah. The GOAT.
What's good, dog?
What's good with you, dog?
Bro?
Man, I probably shouldn't show you that. But yeah, I'm feeling good.
Oh yeah, you on point. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? You Kyrie back when he was with the Cavs, making sure, you know what I'm saying?
I'm with my boy
We
Z right here. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, bro?
what's happening with it? Your shit broke up just a little
See
bit,
what's
but
happening with it.
oh, he can't even
Yeah,
hear
we
nothing I
in
say.
here.
Look, so real quick
He,
to the people,
I told him where to go so he could hear us while we on the
tap in.
train.
So real quick, I told the people, man, I'm gonna be reaching out to a couple folks. I'm gonna see if they hit me back. I don't know if they're gonna hit me back. I reached them out, you know what I'm saying? I reached out, so I'm gonna try and get this as a, you know what I'm saying, some real watch party shit. Hopefully they hit me back and I'm gonna send them the link and they can join. Maybe I can surprise them on some of the people that's gonna join, but we'll see.
I already know
I don't
you
know.
got probably a couple people. I'm like,
We
oh,
gotta see. We gotta see. If they hit me back. I don't know if they're gonna hit me back because you know what I'm
I
saying. They
got
told me they
Canelo
was gonna be
winning, but it
down.
should be close.
Oh yeah,
Man,
I pulled it up for manly advice.
oh my bad, I'm a little late. I'm late
No,
to the
you
party.
good.
I'm sorry, man.
I know I
I
had
ain't missed
nothing but
nothing though, because I
respect.
know I was listening to it when I was eating. I was like, oh yeah, Flu was talking about Flu not interested into this fight, man. Because the whole time I kept listening, I'm like, he just keeps talking about that Triple G Canelo fight, boy. I'm like, yeah, he's not interested into this fight, man.
No, it's not. I won't say I wasn't interested. It's a solid fight. You know they going back and forth. They doing their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
See, look, somebody
as
just
soon
got
as I
knocked out, huh?
said something, did
Someone
you
just got
see
knocked
it?
out. Nah, I wasn't watching it. I just damn.
Damn, that
Was it
boy looking up
Rodriguez
to
or was it
Jesus. Like, I
Gonzalez?
don't know what's going on.
Was it Rodriguez or Gonzalez?
Dude in the white went down.
Hold up, I'm pulling it up.
Oh,
Oh damn, that's Rodriguez.
he hit him in the junk.
Oh, it was a low blow.
Yeah, but the ref didn't call it.
They called this a real knockdown.
Yeah, that's messed up. He really got hit in the junk. Oh,
Oh no, that
off
was
the.
Gonzalez. Oh yeah, that's a low blow, man.
That's a low blow. He hit him in the you feel me, in the testicles.
Salute to
Hey,
the
if
people
anybody's
though,
in here
man.
right now, like and subscribe, dog. My boy Flew and putting in that work for 50 minutes, man. Show him some love, man. Subscribe, like, you know what I'm saying? Roll to 5K, all that good stuff.
Fluence Lounge, baby, we here, man. Litty lit.
Why you say that?
Niggas is crazy. Hey, salute to the people though. We here, man. We one or two rounds away from actually getting to the main event. I was trying to see some of y'all niggas. I was trying to see if y'all wanted to join on this joint with y'all.
You want to join? No, I'm good. Oh. Hey, in the future, I talked to some people at the gym and they said they'd be down to hop in sometimes, like if we doing like a basketball debate or something. I told them I send them the link and they could just hop in.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. We're gonna be on that when the basketball season starts, all that good stuff.
Bro.
All right, my bad. I'm out.
Did you know we
I was
signed
trying to get some
Shooter?
people up in here. Go ahead. Huh?
Did you know we signed Shooter?
I seen that. Yeah. That's
Wasn't
corny.
AD saying he did not like Shooter because he couldn't find him in his spots?
Y'all ain't got no choice, nigga.
And he was killing overseas, though. I don't know if you was watching them highlights, though. He was killing in a little FIBA joint.
Everybody was killing overseas, nigga.
But nah, he was killing, though. Like, he was actually
Everybody was killing overseas, nigga.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just
fluke?
saying none of it mattered. Everybody was killing overseas, nigga. None of that shit matter. All right, salute to people. We gonna keep y'all informed, man. What is the last round of the co? All right, this is the last round of the co-main event.
So Gonzalez has the belt?
Yeah. No. Rodriguez.
Damn. So he got hit. So a low blow is gonna keep him his belt, huh?
Most likely. I will say this. I'm gonna be 100 with you. Gonzalez, he looked like the better boxer in the beginning of the fight, probably like the first 4 or 5 rounds. And then Rodriguez kind of just had this crazy pressure, and he started, he started dominating a little bit. Not dominating, but he started edging out the rounds. It's been a very close fight. Like I haven't been paying attention enough to it to actually say who's actually been winning, to be honest with you. We do basketball games. NFL, It's got to be the right team. Right
Playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell y'all
playoffs,
now,
yeah.
playoffs, man. Flu do not be in tune, dog. He'll talk shit the whole game. Like, bro, I can't believe you gotta be watching this.
This shit long is boring. Hey, bro, football be boring than a motherfucker, man. But I do
Because you don't have no
playoffs
team, you don't have no players no more. All your players that you like don't play no more. Like if Steve Smith is playing, bro,
Yeah,
you be like
I'm an
tuned
old
in.
nigga. Damn. All right, nigga, you ain't gotta play this shit. Yeah, all if I still have favorite players and they were still playing, but them niggas is retired now. And
Yeah, everybody's retired. Like Steve Smith, DeMarco. Who else was your favorite player, man?
Vic.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
Vic.
That's
Champ
really
Bailey.
it.
Did you like Champ?
Champ was solid.
Oh no, it was Revis.
Yeah, Revis done. So I'm
damn, that's crazy.
We'll do the
Everybody
playoffs.
gone.
We'll do the playoffs. But NBA for sure. And NBA I'm for sure be in because I'm like, y'all see it. I ain't got y'all see it. Y'all see it. That's an old 4 jersey right there, just so y'all know. So Cleveland finna go crazy. We got Donovan Mitchell. I'm not the happiest we got rid of Colin Sexton. I'm a big Sexton fan, but it is what it is. You do NBA, cool. I'll come through and watch the Lakers miss the playoffs again. Hey, that's your boy. That's him. He the Lakers fan. I love it every time. I know there never be nobody who got love for the Lakers.
It's crazy because nobody hates the Cavs. I don't think I've ever had any Cavs slander. We never seen any Cavs slander.
We weak always. Niggas be feeling pity for us. They were like, "Oh, y'all got a good team."
That wasn't weak last year, though. That
You
wasn't weak last year. Y'all just end up not being able to make it because y'all just,
But it's just nobody was paying attention though. That's the case too though.
I think this year y'all make the playoffs for sure. Like I don't think there's I think y'all can edge out like the Bulls or the.
But people gonna pay attention because we got Donovan
Mitchell, yeah.
Like if we
got 2 All-Stars now, right?
Yeah, but we would have made the playoffs this year even if we didn't have trade for Donovan.
Y'all should have kept like when I looked at it again. Hold on, Z, you mind give me your opinion? Do you think Colin Sexton is just like I don't want to say is like you feel like he's if not on the same level, could get to the same level as Donovan Mitchell? No. Okay. Well, there we have it.
No, actually, I agree with that. I don't think Sexton could be as good as Donovan Mitchell.
I agree with that.
But look, the case is this is how you have to look at it from, and we aren't gonna keep it basketball too long, y'all. But the thing with that is you have to think about the dynamic and what's supposed to be fitting, what's supposed to make sense. And what I mean by Colin Sexton being a better fit for the team is what I was talking about before is you have all these young players that are going to have the opportunity or want the opportunity to be able to showcase their skill, space out the floor. Donovan Mitchell, I love Donovan Mitchell, but he's in his prime. Well, he's edging toward his prime right now. So we know what he wants to do. He knows what he needs. He needs the ball in his hands. He needs to, make shit work. Sexton can have a 12-point game and be fine with that. Can Donovan Mitchell? So if we're going to be so focused on Donovan Mitchell, okay, get your 25, get your 26. That's what's going to bring everybody to the stands. That's what everyone's going to pay attention to. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. But now what happens to Garland? Now what happens to Okoro? Now what happens to Mobley? That's all I'm saying. Is right now, yes, smart trade makes sense. People going to pay attention. We're going to watch. We're going to get to the playoffs. But we would have went to the playoffs even if we didn't trade to him. That's the thing. We're not gonna win a chip with
marketing
Mitchell.
Too.
We're not gonna win a chip with Mitchell.
No, y'all can't beat the Nets. Y'all can't beat Philly. Y'all can't beat the Bucks. Y'all can't beat those teams with.
So what's the real reason why we traded for this?
Just money, just to have people come to the games.
Yeah, I know the case.
Because his thing was he was saying Colin Sexton is gonna be okay with just getting 12 points. He's like, but is Donovan Mitchell gonna be okay if he just gets 12 points or has to sacrifice his points? So he's saying that's why he felt like just keeping Colin Sexton would have been better for the team. Would you agree for that? He said it's because they were younger, and he's like Donovan Mitchell's heading towards his prime, and Colin's still, he's still young.
I'm gonna summarize an essay.
He said he understands what you're saying.
I'm gonna summarize an essay, and I'm just gonna put it in this 2-second format. No, I'm talking shit.
Now, why they coming on my Lakers though, man? That's crazy.
I think Russ, they gotta have somebody that hate, nigga. Westbrook put his mansion up for sale, nigga. By the way, we're not gonna keep talking NBA. We're gonna get to Boston, but he put it up for sale. By the way, the co-main event just ended too. Co-main event just ended. Go ahead.
That don't mean nothing. It's a bear market. He probably just want that money. But they saying they're trying to consider.
You don't want to be selling your house right now.
When you got money, you don't care. He's getting 47
Nigga, you
million this
always
year.
care, nigga.
Well, he clearly don't. But just because he put it up for sale doesn't mean it's gonna sell though.
That might just mean he gotta leave. Like, or expected to
Maybe.
leave or something to happen.
Well, they say they might have him come off the bench. They're favorably considering that. What you think about that?
You think Westbrook will be cool with that?
No.
So
he
why
feel
do
like
you
he
think
go
he's
to
listing his crib, Nick?
Hey,
that's
man,
the whole point.
I don't want no drama, dog. I want Westbrook to be the Westbrook we all know. I want that last year Westbrook where everybody was trying to meme him up.
Real quick, apparently, I don't know if it was a knockdown that got him to win. I thought Rodriguez was winning. He was doing his thing in the last probably like 6 rounds. So, yeah, he got the win. They gave him the unanimous decision. My brother Gonzalez, you shouldn't be mad. I thought you boxed well. You looked good. But Rodriguez retains it. He gets the W. And so we're on our way to the main event. We still probably got about 10 to 15. 10. Shit, what's wrong, man?
30.
15 to 20, maybe even 30 minutes before the main event. But the co-main event is done. Canelo, Triple G3.
Dang,
We here. Y'all already
gone.
know. And see, this is the point. This is why I like doing it. This is why I like the beginning. I did like 30, 40 minutes. Like I can talk all that bullshit in the sense of I could be all specific with the boxing talk, but now we an hour in. So now it's just bullshit. Now it's just Fluence now, So don't expect nothing specific because we at that point now, man. But it's gonna be a good time, man. I can't wait. I'm really hoping that they don't disrespect my guy, Triple G, man. I know they got the same judges, man.
I want to ask my
I know
boy
they
Z
got
real
the
quick.
same judges.
Who you think who you got winning this fight?
I don't even know.
Okay, you don't know. He think he just
What
won.
y'all thinking?
But he said, "What you thinking, Flu?"
I'm gonna say my prediction soon. Hey, by the way, y'all, I'm trying to get my brother up here. I just gotta tell him because I know he's faded. I'm gonna be like, hey, just be respectful for the algorithm because that nigga was okay.
He said he gonna give his prediction when
So yeah, like when they doing the walkout, I'm gonna give my prediction. But I will say this: stop disrespecting Triple. Well, hey, ask him real quick. Is he more of a Canelo fan or Triple G?
I don't think he's either. To be real,
He just here to watch the fight. I love that. That's perfect though. But still, just ask him. Did you ask him who this one?
Are you more of a Triple G fight or a Canelo fight? Canelo fan, like
fan.
I'm just watching. I really don't care who takes it. I don't even know how they fight or nothing. I'm just trying to just watch it.
So look, this is like reminiscent. Shout out to Bino. It's like it's kind of reminiscent to back when we had Bino watching fights. And I was saying this too. This is one of these fights too where I never thought was actually going to happen. Like people want to get on Terrence Crawford, people want to get on Errol Spence. Look, as much as
you was talking that shit
with you, and I can agree with you. I was talking the shit and all that stuff. Like, yeah, that fight should have been happened. Supposed to happen. But I can give the excuses. They're in different promotions. Mm-hmm. Triple G signed with Eddie Hearn and DAZN and Matchroom for a specific reason, because he wanted that trilogy fight.
Facts.
And for some reason, nigga, it took 4 to 5 years till this nigga turned 40 for the fight to actually be made. So it's like I can't.
One thing I will say during the face-offs though, Triple G did look bigger than him.
He looked way bigger, and then it looked like he still had to cut weight to make 168.
Yeah, but I feel like I saw his eyes though, and it looked like very, very determined. Like it felt like this is my like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how like if you striving to get something and it's like the last little little haul that you got to do, like if you driving whatever you got to lock in, work out, whatever, like you like this the last little thing, you kind of just push through and you just going hard. Like I feel like that's what I saw in his eyes when he was looking at him. Like, I'll be looking at the eyes more so than I'm looking at the body and all that. I'm looking at the eyes.
Think about this, Zen. Think about this. Like that to actually like compliment to what you said or support what you're saying is he only signed with DAZN and Matchroom for the Canelo fight. And so if you only sign with a particular promotion, even if it was a co-promotional deal, because you're promising me I'm gonna get this particular fight, everything in between is what? It's kind of a distraction. It's kind of like it's here. I gotta fight this fight just so I can get to where I'm trying to get to. And maybe in the beginning he thought, okay, I need to only fight 1 or 2 fighters, and now I get the Canelo fight. And then he learns, nigga, wait, hold up. I got to fight this guy. I got to fight another guy. I got to fight another guy. Like, wait, hold up. How many guys I got to fight before I get to Canelo? So I feel like that's kind of the narrative that a lot of people are just missing out on is you cannot say anything negative toward Triple G because as soon as he was a free agent, he said, wait, Canelo signed with DAZN and Matchroom? I'm going to sign with them too. I need that third fight because I feel like I was robbed. And, you know, unfortunately, he wasn't delivered the actual promise that he was supposed to have until, you know, 4 to 5 years later. Like I can look it up. I can get the specifics when he signed with DAZN.
So it's been like, what, 4 or 5 fights? Since
At
the last time he
least.
fought Canelo? Because he knocked out everybody besides Derevchenko, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm going to look it up right now. Triple G. Damn, he is 40. I know you were saying it. I wasn't saying he wasn't, but so yeah, so he knocked out Steven Rose, beat Derevchenko, beat Camille, and then beat Rodo. Is that how you say it? Ryoto?
Oh, Ryota Murata.
Ryoto, yeah, Murata.
Ryota.
So he knocked out everybody but
four
Derevchenko.
fights, right?
Yeah. And he fought Canelo in 18. It's 2022.
So it took 4 years to make the fight happen. He signed with DAZN 4 years ago.
That's crazy.
And think about this. And this is also what I put in, you know, this is something that just kind of popped up into my head too, where I was like, what if the only reason why Canelo was taking this fight with Triple G is because he thinks this is an easy fight for him? He lost to Bivol and he didn't expect to lose to Bivol, right? So because he didn't expect to lose to Bivol, okay, I could do an immediate rematch against Bivol because he has that type of power and clout, or I can take the easy fight with Triple G that was a part of the contract I already agreed upon, get in a little, you know, warm-up fight, get my confidence back up, beat Triple G because he's older, and then I can go and now I can fight Bivol again.
I'll take that back. Like and subscribe if y'all haven't already, man. Show us some love. But I'll say this.
Love,
I think he took the fight to reestablish how good he is, more so than it is to thinking it was easy. I don't think he's going to think it's easy, but it's more so like if I beat Triple G again, y'all can't say that my loss to Bivol has hindered my legacy. That's what I think.
I'm not mad at that. Real quick, salute Division Hot 768. What's up, dog? Shout out to all my homies on the East Coast, keeping it real, Lil Hawk, man. Salute to you, Lil Hawk, man. Win a few, man, up in here, man. Appreciate you up in here, man. Who you got winning? I want to know from Vision Hawk. Who you got winning between Triple G, Canelo? Who you got winning? How? What round? Let us know, dog. Real quick, Canelo round 10 KO, TKO, man. Oof. You muted yourself.
Oh, my bad. Why everybody acting like Triple G's chin is just like
that's what I'm saying. He's never been stopped. Like Triple G is taking
I've never even seen him. I've never seen him even get like hurt to where it was like
I'm with you, man. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, why is everybody like? It's like I understand if y'all got Canelo winning, but Canelo winning by stoppage is crazy. Like I don't even got Triple G winning by stoppage. I think Triple G literally like, and I'm not gonna tell you my prediction because I was about to tell y'all my prediction. Y'all was about to give me. By the way, if y'all up in here, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, show some love. But for y'all to say that Canelo's gonna win by stoppage is wild, but maybe right. Are you guys leaning more so towards Father Time breaking him down, or are you guys leaning more so toward Canelo being a better fighter than Triple G? That's my question.
I don't think that's the case. One thing that I give Triple G that Canelo doesn't have is that a come forward approach. Like, have we ever seen besides that Bivol fight, Canelo take just real damage? Like, you know, when he fought Floyd wasn't at an age where his punches was really detrimental. It was more so precision punches and just accumulative during the course of the fight. But Triple G's been the only fight and then Bivol to where it's like Canelo's actually felt the effects of the punches and made him tired. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like he doesn't look as crisp. His head movement and his body movement isn't as on point as it is with other fighters, etc., etc. So I'm saying, like, it's not gonna be easy. You know, I'm like, one thing with Triple G, like you said, we've seen him, like, even with Derevchenko, he was taking some malicious shots, and somehow, some way, he still won that fight. We ain't gonna speak about how, but you know what I'm saying, he could have went out though. You know what I'm saying, like by the certain shots he was taking. So I just don't think Canelo.
I'm gonna acknowledge this real quick when it came from Vision Hawk 768. He said, "Trust me, Canelo has something special cooking up." So there's an idea, and this is what I've been saying. What is the game plan Canelo going to come into this particular fight with? Because we have to think about this. Canelo, in the first fight against Triple G, a lot of people would say that he lost that fight. Okay, yeah, there might be a few who says differently, but a lot of people were going to say he lost that fight. In the second fight, he came in. There's a good amount of people who say that he won that fight, and he came in a different style. Stylistically, from that point on, every fighter that he's fought, that he's defeated, and he's had success with, he's fought a very specific style, a certain way, almost a style that you could say is the Canelo style. He tried to utilize that same exact style against Dimitri Bivol, and it did not work. He lost against Dimitri Bivol. So my question is, and what I'm trying to see is is this a possibility? Is Canelo going to try and switch up his game plan simply because he saw, or he's coming off an effect of, I took an L to someone I didn't think I was going to take an L to because I fought in a similar fashion that I've been fighting in, and it didn't work. So maybe I need to switch it up to go against Triple G. Would that be a benefit? Would that be a detriment? Is that even a possibility? Or is Canelo basically just thinking to himself, me versus Bivol was a close fight. Maybe I fucked up on some certain aspects of how I approached the fight, and it doesn't have anything to do with how I'm actually implementing my game plan, but it's how I prepare for it. So that's what I'm trying to see. That's what I'm interested in being, paying attention to, is how Canelo will come into this fight. Is he going to come with the same game plan? He's going to be aggressive. He's going to look to go to the body. Or will he try to switch some things up because he is now coming off a loss? And I think that's very interesting.
Now, would you say that Triple G is a smaller Bivol?
There's slight differences, but yes,
I would say that
they're similar.
Triple
They're
G's
similar in a lot of
jab isn't as
aspects.
crisp is Bivol. Bivol's jab
Triple G in his
crazy.
prime. Triple G in his prime had a better jab than Bivol.
In his prime, I'm talking about as of now, though.
No, but
yeah, I think that'd be the only difference, wouldn't you say? As far as the pressure and the
I think Triple G can have a jab like that with him not having to cut 7 pounds.
Because Bivol's only like 2 inches taller than Triple G. It's not like he's like,
I know he's just towering over him or something.
Yeah, like it's not like, you know what I'm saying, like Canelo fought somebody.
A lot of people don't. This is where my old side. A lot of people don't understand. Like Andre Ward versus Triple G. Andre Ward went to fight Triple G for a long time. Kovalev versus Triple G was something that was speculated. Triple G was a guy where you guys got to understand how, like, Floyd was one of the few guys that made it known. Oscar De La Hoya, Adrian Broner. We had guys that, yes, they fluctuated throughout weights, but the popularity of that was the smaller weight classes. We didn't really see that happen a lot in the bigger weight classes. Yeah, we had the Roy Jones Juniors, etc., but a lot of times people stay at their weight. So you have to understand, like in today's day and age, what we're seeing all of a sudden now, it's just, oh, I'm gonna fight at this weight, and I'm gonna fight at this weight, and I'm gonna fight at this weight, and I can kind of pick. Like that's very new. That is very new. So I'm like, when it comes to Triple G, it's like Triple G is a big boy. He could fight at light heavyweight if he wanted to, and he can have success when he was in his prime.
Do you really feel like that weight cut really did a lot to him, though? I feel like he's been doing it his whole career. I don't think that it's something that, if anything, I think it might be more beneficial for him because he had to really lock in and get his body right, in my opinion.
You mean, you're saying basically will it be a benefit for him to not to cut as much weight?
No, I'm saying that he had to cut that weight. I'm saying, what if that really could have benefited him and make sure that, he's eating the right things, he's training the right way. You know what I'm saying? He's really locked in and focused.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that until you get older and the weight cut starts to have a negative effect towards your body.
But one thing I can say is, even though for, when you look at the averages on people, it's an average, right? But like, you can't say LeBron is in that average, right? Because LeBron is exceeding at the age and the years and the miles he's put on his body, and he's overperforming. So I'm not trying to say Triple G is Bron, but I'm just saying there's those people that just because your age doesn't mean that you wither, doesn't mean that you can't still produce that high level of performance. Because I'm looking at his mitt work right now. He's looking very good. He's looking very sharp, speed. He doesn't look like he's a 40-year-old man. He looks like he's 35.
So I feel like we're both agreeing, and the way we're agreeing about, like, what I'm saying is,
no, I heard what you're saying. You're basically saying like the age can still, even though he could look great.
But no, but what I'm saying, it's more of a factor if he was fighting at 160. Like this is the thing. It's like you're saying, like, okay, what is the possibility of him not having to cut as much weight? Is it going to be a benefit? Is it going to be a negative? How can we really gauge that? The reason why I think it's going to be a benefit for him is because he has always cut to 160. He has never been like, okay, I'm gonna cut here, I'm gonna cut here. So one fight now where, okay, he only has to cut, he can save 7 pounds from his cut. That is going to benefit him as an older fighter because he's still going to have the same type of mindset. He's going to have the same type of work ethic. Everything's going to still be the same because this is only a one-time thing for him. After this, he's like, I'm going back down to 160. So he can't be comfortable and, okay, I can always just not cut this extra 7 pounds. So that's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. We're going to find out. I'm like, the fight's going to happen. I'm like, we can find out, but that's my personal opinion. That's why I think it's going to be a good thing for him. Triple G looked in good shape at the weigh-in. Yeah, he looked in great shape. He didn't look as good in shape against Ryota Murata. Against Murata, he looked in crazy shape. But like we're saying, that's an extra 7 pounds. So we don't got the walkouts.
Will Canelo gas out though?
So this is another thing that I wanted to talk about that I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about. Bivol versus Zerto Ramirez is happening, right? Bivol beat Canelo. That's not happening until October or November. I can't remember the exact date, but that's about a month out, right? Maybe a month and a half. But Bivol beat Canelo.
He's fighting November 5th.
So it's in November. So that's a little bit more than a month out. And he beat Canelo. Canelo lost to Bivol, and he's already fighting Triple G. Is there a possibility of Canelo maybe being overtrained, overworked? Is this a little bit too soon? He's coming off a loss. Why is he already fighting? So
it just depends. It just depends on you know what I'm saying, you know, if the miles that he's already put on his body through boxing is catching up to him or it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because
Canelo's only 32. Canelo's only 32, but I'm like, the fact that he's already fighting this quickly is interesting to me, and he's coming off a loss. Vision Hawk said, I can't wait for Spence versus Crawford and AJ versus Fury. Yeah.
AJ versus Fury is for sure happening because I saw you post the video and I made a comment. I said that's going to be the end of Joshua's career if he does.
It's not for sure just yet, but it's probably going to happen.
That's weird, though. Why wouldn't he want to fight Usyk?
Because the money. Think about this. Wilder beats Robert Helenius. Damn.
Then Wilder fights Usyk, and then if he beats Usyk and then he beats Joshua, that trilogy fights, I mean, that quad, I don't even know what you would call it, but that fourth fight is going to be even crazy.
Now, if Usyk beats Wilder and Fury beats Joshua, Fury versus Usyk is crazy. Usyk beats Wilder, Joshua beats Fury. Joshua versus Usyk a third time makes sense. You see, now you see the money is endless.
Because you see Ruiz.
That's what you got to think about. You got to think about that money.
Because you see Ruiz.
That's why they're doing it.
Did you see Ruiz post on his Instagram, Wilder versus him next? Did you see that?
Hey, Ruiz, I love you. Nobody wants to see it. I want to see it, but I don't want to see it, nigga. I want to see Wilder versus Usyk all day, man. Fuck out of here.
If Wilder takes all those belts, bro, what? It's gonna be crazy.
We got my big bro in the building. I gotta tell this nigga, hey man, for the algorithm, be careful. He laughing. We got Flex in the building. I'm gonna bring him in. What's happening, Flex?
What up, y'all? Am I showing up good?
You good, man? Camera looks good. How you feeling, man?
It's a great night right now.
We got Flex in the building. How you feeling, man?
What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up, Zen? What's up, everybody?
First time in a minute. Now, y'all can. A lot of y'all brand new to the channel, but he's been on the live a long time ago. Well, it was all three of us. I can't remember what it was. It was a UFC card, but so he's been on the card on the live for a minute. So,
yeah,
but salute, man.
UFC card that was too. I can't even think about it. I can't even think. Who's doing the national anthem right now? Because he's singing his heart out. I don't know who's doing that national anthem.
My if I don't watch my actual stream for a long period of time, it just cancels out. So I gotta pull it back up.
He going in though, dog. He's singing his heart out for this anthem. Like this is his shot to get a record deal.
I'm pulling it up right now. Well, he probably already got the record deal. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, dog. He's not singing like it. He's singing like I gotta get a record deal.
Oh yeah, I see him. I'm not listening, but yeah, he definitely. Oh, he got the robe on too.
Bro,
That nigga
he's
look like he
feeling
from
good.
Game of Thrones.
Hey, I don't care though. Joseph Parker's Country got the longest national anthem in history, dog.
How
That
long
thing
that
like
was? A
4-5
minute ago,
minutes. I never forget that, bro. Like if they ever have to do a national anthem with him, I'm gonna be like, man.
Real quick,
Keep
what's
it
up?
real.
What's up, Flex? How you feeling, man?
I'm trying to keep it under control right now, if I'm being real, because you just mentioned the algorithms.
You can have you can find your spot. Just don't go too crazy, but yeah, we gotta respect the algorithm.
I'm feeling good right now. If I had to put my money down on anybody, I think I'm shooting right now for my heart wants to go with triple, but something else is telling me that Canelo gonna win decision.
So, it's been reported that the same judges from the Canelo versus Triple G first two fights, they're going to be judging this particular fight. So, if it does end up going decision, I don't see Triple G. Like, this is what I've been saying. Triple G is going to have to win this fight by a stoppage, unless he's just. We see something we have never seen
Outworking
before.
him like he did Bivol.
Exactly. But you have to remember, they gave Canelo the first, 5 rounds against Bivol?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's not like, remember, we was watching that. We was like, oh, Bivol easily won that. Like, Canelo maybe won 2 rounds. They gave Canelo the first 4 to 5 rounds. So I'm like, if they're willing to do that, just think about what they're willing to do against Triple G. I'm not already trying to set anybody up. I'm not trying to say this is going to be the case. I'm not trying to make it seem any type of, specific way. I'm just trying to figure out why that information is available. They asked Triple G that specifically. Triple G responded. He said, hey, I'm just going to do what I have to do. I'm just going to fight, and I'm not going to be worried about the judges. But us as boxing fans, us watching this, it's like, are you foreshadowing something? Are you trying to get us ready for something specific? I don't know. Let me ask you guys this. Do you think there's a possibility of Canelo stopping Triple G?
No,
not at all. Canelo only wins by decision.
Unless they corner throwing the towel or something. That's the only way I see that. On some like Sean Porter daddy shit.
So we saw Canelo versus Bivol. To say the least, Bivol definitely put in that work, but there was certain instances when it came to that Bivol fight where it seemed like Canelo had somewhat success. Do you think there's a possibility Canelo is going to try and utilize that and implement that into this particular fight with Triple G? What do you think is the game plan or the goal or the pathway for Canelo to be a Triple G? So it seems like we all Triple G fans here.
Well, I like Canelo too, though. You always know I was like Canelo, but it's just like I feel like Triple G has been being too disrespected for me to just not, root in his corner. Like, sheesh, like they making it seem like he got a glass jaw or something. Like he ain't never took no damage. He's fighting Canelo twice and never got knocked out, and Canelo was younger. So I'm like, what's Canelo fun to do now?
How you feel about that, Flex?
I'm gonna change the subject just real quick. I do want to give Michael Jordan a shout out, wearing his choker.
Wait, what you mean where?
Y'all didn't see Michael B. Jordan over there, and I think it's in somebody's corner, and he's wearing the 2 choker chains, looking just.
I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't even watching, man. They doing the national anthem, so I'm like,
you gotta let him live though. He was going through that rough breakup. I'm a Michael B. Jordan fan.
Who is he with?
He should be the new Black Panther.
Who is he with?
Lori Harvey.
No, he not. I thought they was done.
Well, they were done, but he was with her.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
That was the breakup?
That was a breakup.
Yeah.
I thought Future was with that.
Don't disrespect Michael B.
Yeah,
he was though. He even put her in a song. He said, "Give me Lori, give me Rory, give me Victory." Come on now, that boy Future put her in a song.
Michael B. Jordan the longest, man. He was with her for like a full year, from my understanding. So I think he might be winning the battle right now.
I don't know. Future, you know, it's only
No
a
Flex,
phone
you can
call
go
away
crazy.
from that, man.
This is Fluence Lounge, so you can go crazier. I'm like, we don't got. I know I say for the algorithm, but we don't gotta be too crazy, you know, too careful with the algorithm. But it's like a 75, like 40. I want to ask this real quick, Flex. How you feel about Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence possibly supposed to be happening? Who you got?
Me personally, I'm more of a Terrence Crawford
I knew you
fan.
was gonna say that.
I'm more of a Terrence Crawford fan. I don't think he's gonna win, but
What?
What?
Hold on.
I
Let me
don't
get this
think,
off this camera.
I
What'd you
don't
just say?
I don't think he's gonna win.
You know I'm gonna clip this nigga. This is crazy. You go ahead.
More of a Terrence Crawford fan. I just don't think he's gonna win. I only just let me live. I would prefer to be. How do I say this? I don't want my heart to be broken.
Okay.
So you gonna go for the obvious?
Just so if when the unexpected happens, he's gonna be that. I see what you're doing. Because if
Hey,
you go
I
for the
went for
obvious, your
Wilder.
heart won't be as broken. I
Yeah.
know
I
that,
went for
'cause I remember that.
Wilder
For chat
in
yeah,
Black
Brazil, my
History
bad.
Month, and I had to do 50 push-ups off the loss
Yeah.
on the camera. Fluence is right there. I had to do 50 push-ups. I bet everybody push-ups, and I lost. You
That
can't
was
get
a
no
rough
worse
time.
than getting beaten Black History Month before COVID. You can't get
I
no
remember
worse.
Hey, that was bad. Yeah, I just I love Terrence Crawford. I just
You
think
crazy. That man couldn't even get Sean Porter out of there. How do you think that he gonna lose?
let's just wait because I feel like let's not disrespect Sean Porter, right? Like I think he is.
He's a
I'm
man.
not
I
disrespecting
didn't
him.
think.
I'm just saying Bud got him out of there.
I mean, yeah, but like I just don't see Terrence Crawford winning.
What is Spence gonna be doing that's so proficient? He couldn't even get Mikey Garcia out of there.
I think it's taken a little bit for him to come back from his little situation, right? I think these couple of fights, right, they've been good for him to kind of get back into it. I don't think he's gonna I don't think he's been at like 100% at each both of those fights.
You know he fought Mikey Garcia before the car crash, right?
No, I didn't know that one. I didn't know that.
Now
one.
you know.
Real
He
quick,
fought
real
him
quick.
before the car crash.
Real quick. I'm like,
Beautiful man, Sean Porter.
you're right, but real quick,
He fought Sean Porter before the car crash too.
Let me interject real quick. Zen, I love where you're going. Fleck, I love it. Both of y'all valid points. And the reason why I say there's valid points, because I'm like, when it comes to Flex, yeah, he didn't know about the Mikey Garcia situation and when it happened, but I do agree with him when it comes to him coming off of the, you know, the big accident, etc. He wasn't at 100% when he fought Ugas, when he fought Danny Garcia. So there's a possibility of saying that he's going to be 100% when he fights Terrence Crawford. But also you have to acknowledge what, you know what I'm saying, Zen said. Zen also said, well, okay, he fought Mikey Garcia before that happened. He wasn't able to get him out. Now, fast forward, he did fight Ugas. He did fight Danny Garcia. Both of these guys, yeah, he got Ugas out of there, but he didn't get Danny Garcia out of there. Yeah, he wasn't 100%. So why should I be confident that he can get Terrence Crawford? So I respect both of the sides of the coins right now because, you know, it makes sense. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, regardless of what people want to say, Terrence Crawford has knocked out everybody in the welterweight division, and Errol Spence has not. He's only gotten Ugas out of there. That's the only fight he's had in the last 4 or 5 years that he's gotten out of there. So it's like, what is he going to do to Bud that's going to just get him the victory? Because I'm like, Bud is a switch hitter. He has not fought somebody that's a southpaw with that much power and that much dog in him. It's not like he's not fighting somebody that's just going to just box. Terrence going there to kill. If that wasn't the case, he wouldn't have them knockouts. That's all I'm saying. I'm just like, when you find a dog, skill for skill, it don't matter. If y'all both skilled, but one got more dog than the other, you feel me? That's going to reign prevalent.
Last one said, I got Crawford all day. He's too slick. I actually want to pull this up. Vision Hawk, man. Nothing but salute to you, man. I really appreciate you, you know, coming to the channel, man, being part of the family, man, because you are really in the zone. Oh my gosh, right now. They got to take care of some shit right now. So I'm going to put myself middle play real quick. But look, he said, I heard the split is 65-35.
Damn, that's fucked up.
So real quick, Zen says that's fucked up. That's not right. Please, everybody, put things into perspective. Okay, 65-35. Errol Spence is with a promotional company. He's with PBC. PBC is also owned by Fox. Fox all these guys are making cuts. Terrence Crawford is currently a free agent, so he gets everything that he makes. So a lot of people are saying, oh, you're making 65-35. Errol Spence is making so much more money than you. The 35 Terrence Crawford is making is all his. And he splits it with his bros. He splits it with his people. He splits it with his family. Errol Spence, he's making a 65. It's split with the promotional company, the marketing team. You see what I'm saying? His people. That's the difference. So I'm like, yes, 65-35. It's still not fair. I still don't think that's not a fair cut. But I think Terrence Crawford, I think Crawford is so confident in himself that him getting the win, he's like, I'm cool with it.
Hey, Flex, it's crazy. I didn't mean to cut you off, Flu. It's crazy that you don't want to get your heart broken. But I'm like, dog, I don't know how you could be a Bud Crawford fan and you think that he even, like, I don't think it's going to just be a landslide victory for bro. But I'm just like, that dog in him, bro, when he switches that stance, he get in that mode, he starts sticking that tongue out. Yeah, he get into a different mode. And I'm like, I haven't seen
Southpaw go different.
I haven't seen Spence ever just turn into a different mode where it's like, oh shit, like he didn't turn it on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have never seen
the motor up. He don't like he's driving out like I see Errol Spence, like he drive an automatic. You feel me? Like he can rev the motor up, he can go crazy on a nigga, but a nigga who driving a manual, he control the whole entire situation. You feel me? So that's how I see it with Terrence Crawford. But you have to acknowledge that Terrence Crawford is a smaller fighter. Crawford is coming up in weight. Like that's one thing that a lot of people do not want to actually give acknowledgement to. And I love Crawford. That's my guy. But will the weight differential be a problem? Will that be something that's significant that we got to think about? Is Errol Spence too big for Terrence Crawford?
I don't think so.
What do you think, Flex?
Well, let me also say this, right? Like my knowledge on everything right now is I'm not as knowledgeable as both of y'all, right? I did know that Terrence Crawford is going up in weight. And like that was my only issue. Yes, I'm more of a Terrence Crawford fan than Errol Spence, right? But again, I also don't want to get my heart broken because ultimately everybody's gonna be on my head on this whole entire thing. If I had to bet, I had to bet put my money on Errol Spence.
You're gonna put it on Earl. You're gonna put it on. I'm not mad at that.
It's crazy.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not gonna be the favorite.
I'm not return on it, but like for me to, if I'm betting, right, I'm putting my money on that one.
I'm not mad at that. Real quick, I just want to update everybody when it comes to the main event coming up. Canelo's making his way. He's in the ring. So we're gonna have the introductions when it comes to, the height, weight, all that good stuff. The announcers. So we're. How long you guys think until the actual fight? What, 15 minutes? 10, 15 minutes? I think.
Probably like 8:50. Maybe a little earlier.
So that's specific to the motherfucker. You said 8 minutes and 50 seconds?
No, I said 8:50. I said like 8:50, like 8:50, like the time. My time.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I was like, damn, nigga, this nigga said 8 minutes and 50 seconds. That's how long we got until the next event. I'm like, this nigga is a genius. All right, so we probably got about 15 minutes until the actual main event coming up. Last one, Crawford was bullying Porter. Porter, his dad was a bad man. Even he saw what Crawford was. Yeah, he was bullying. Vision High said, I'm not a big Canelo fan, but I still think he's going to win. So, yeah, y'all drop in the comments, in the chat, who y'all think is going to win. We got the main event coming up. I'm excited for it. I hope it's not a letdown because I think this is one of those fights where it's like I've been waiting for this joint since I was a young nigga and now I'm an older nigga, and it's like it's weird that it's happening now, and it's like, all right, let this not be one of those fights where I really hope a lot from it and it ends up being one of the most letdowns in the, let me not speak bad because I'm like, I just really hope this fight ends up being a good fight. That's it. I'm hoping this is the third fight. This shit should have happened probably 2 to 3 years ago, but it's happening now for some reason. So I'm excited for it. So salute to the people, man. Vision Hawk said, can't wait for Parker versus Joyce next week. Yeah, I'm more excited for Parker versus Joyce next week than anything. Triple G KO. Let's go. Last one got Triple G KO.
Oh, I like it. Lost one. I can't believe Flex is going to put money on Earl Spence, man. He going to lose that money.
Man,
I'm
you ain't
not.
gonna
I'm not mad. I think it's very like when I look at Triple G in that Versace in that robe, I'm like, he do look older, but I think he ready for it.
Hey, he do look like one of them old mob bosses. Who
yo.
stepped on
He
my
look like
territory?
yeah,
Who stepped on my
you look,
territory?
yeah, you like you ain't finna be like, I ain't gonna handle this, but I got niggas who's
Hey,
gonna handle this. So why you
he look like the
disrespecting me?
dude. He look like that mob boss that go like this.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, it's all right. Respect. Hey, hold up. I'm gonna be right back, y'all.
All right.
Y'all talk your shit. I gotta go. I got a bathroom break. Fluence. I'm back. Salute to you. I was like, hey, wait, hold on. Someone gotta stay up in here and talk this shit. I'm like, Zen, you can't just leave, nigga.
Oh,
Someone
y'all
gotta stay
I
and talk
didn't
when I walk.
leave. I was putting
Yeah,
my
talk your
camera
shit.
down.
Go ahead, Flex. Go ahead. Go ahead. The algorithm. I'm like, we're an hour and 37 in, so I'm like, the algorithm.
What
We
is
should be
much
good.
better
So talk your
what
shit.
people think. Parker. Who the hell is Parker? I don't know what he's talking about. Who's the dude with the dreads announcing right now, man?
That's what I'm. Let me see.
Oh, I see what you're saying about Michael B. Jordan. He right there in that green, that white and green and pink, right?
I told you, and he got the 2 chains. He got like that chain that's got.
It's not a choker though. Don't do him like that, man. Don't do him like that, dog. You coming at him foul, dog. That's not no choker, dog.
But I'm just even surprised that he's even there right now.
I'm not. It's Michael B. Jordan. What you mean?
Nah, he is everywhere. Everybody love a little Michael B. Jordan in their life.
He got the basketball games. He be everywhere, dog. I think he
And
was
then
in
also-
Bron's press box.
And
They're
he got to
the
keep
Rams.
finding out that breakup.
Bro, why you keep talking about this man's breakup, bro? I don't think he care about that girl that much, man. Golly, man. You act like Michael B. Jordan out here is strung out on the hose or something. Like he ain't got nothing out there for himself.
Oh,
Michael B. Jordan right now tonight can go to the MGM Grand, the Signature, the Venetian, whatever hotel he at, and invite 100 bad hoes up there if he wants to, man. He ain't worry about her.
You're right. I'm not even mad at it. I just like to poke a
You
little.
trying to relate them choker chains like, well, it's not even choker chain. Hey, man, disregard Flex right now, man. Disregard this man right here, man. He's out here putting slander on that man, putting smut on his name.
Oh my goodness! All right, they some nice chains. I
would say that they don't hang low enough. They're a little closer to the neck, but I don't think they're choking him.
Like you can't breathe at the fight.
Hey, your brother be taking the longest bathroom breaks, bro. He be like going pee for like a minute and 45 seconds. I'd be like, sheesh. He be drinking that water.
It could be. I'm gonna have to get there in a quick second too.
Here he come. He back. Uh-oh. Fluence is back with his prayer hands. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Announcing Canelo.
Flex was on his Mr. Freeze.
He said he gotta go to the bathroom. I was telling him how you be taking like 5-minute breaks. And he was like, yeah, I gotta go take one myself.
Yeah, see, running the family, nigga. You was talking shit. He's like, this nigga. What was the last stream? I forgot who was getting on. He's like, this nigga always got to take bathroom breaks. I'm like, nigga.
I think it was damn, I forgot who it was.
It might be, I don't know. Parker is much better than what people think. Joe Joyce is gonna knock out Parker, man. He went the distance with AJ. He's gonna. I'm telling you, y'all got to stop disrespecting Joe Joyce. I'm not even talking about Vision Hawk. So appreciate you, Vision Hawk. Vision Hawk, man. I want to salute the Vision Hawk because, for a long time I've been disrespecting.
You seen her?
YouTube boxing and Vision Hawk, man. He came from YouTube boxing, man, and he's really one of the most knowledgeable people coming up here. Our most knowledgeable man award always is gonna be I love everybody though, but
hey, did you know that Louis Vuitton is with bought Hennessy? I didn't know that.
Shit, you gotta get that money. Oh damn, y'all, we finna. Oh man, the fight finna start, man. I didn't even know that was gonna happen, man. Why ain't nobody say nothing to me? Triple G versus Canelo, we here, y'all.
You was at the bathroom.
We here, man. Fluence Lounge, salute.
We here, baby. We gonna see what's going on, man.
Why didn't nobody say nothing to me?
Hey, at least Triple G got his hair intact, man. You know, some people get older, man. They lose that hairline, man. Look crazy.
Yeah, that's the genetics, though. You know what I'm saying? All that just depends. You feel me? My hairline wouldn't go. I just go ahead and go bald. I don't care. I'll be headbutting.
I was saying the same thing. I'm like, bro, dudes be having their hairline like right here, Flu. I'm talking about saluting at the top of their head, and they keeping their hair. I'm like, man, not everybody can be blessed like Bron, man, and Jamie Foxx.
That nigga said Bron. That's a crazy. But here we go. Canelo versus Triple G3. We here, y'all. Let's see if anything's different. I'll say this right now. Triple G looks way bigger than Canelo. Canelo look like a different weight class. Triple G finna win. Canelo don't even look like he ready for this fight. Come on, Triple. Come on, Trip. Come on, baby. I ain't never been this excited for a fight in a long time. This is like nostalgia. I feel like I'm 21 years old.
You Canelo throw that wild left hook. You seen that?
That's why I said I feel like I feel like Triple G. That's why I did I'm like, man, Canelo. Vision Hawk said Canelo round 10 TKO. Last one said, let's go. We here, man.
I got Triple G, but
Triple G looks great. That jab, Triple G got to use the grab.
So I don't know. It's tough.
But Triple G got to use the jab, right? Triple G got to stay behind the jab. Bavall, baby. Jab all day, baby. Your jab's got to be your number one presser. You feel me?
I'm not gonna lie though. Triple G is fighting different than he did the first two fights. Usually he's walking forward, taking, he's coming with the high guard.
Jonathan
he's looking
Banks,
like he's trying
baby.
to keep him at a distance.
Jonathan Banks, baby. Jonathan Banks, man. American boxing trainer, man. He got that beautiful style, baby. He used his feet, used his style. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to actually use race when it comes to talking about stylistics, but Jonathan Banks, he's very good when it comes to that black style. You're on the feet, you're using the jab, you're using your feet, you're staying on the outside. Triple G's always had a great jab. He felt like he had a great jab against Canelo. He went to Jonathan Banks because Jonathan Banks possibly will be able to let him utilize the jab by also staying on the outside and not being able to be hit by some of those big shots from Triple G. Right now, what we're seeing this first round is that from Triple G right now. He's using that jab. He's staying on the outside. Canelo right now is trying to figure it out. Very similar to when he was fighting Bivol. This is beautiful. Beautiful work from Triple G right now. He's not getting hit by any of the big shots from Canelo, but Canelo's not worried about it because he's gonna do everything he can trying to get on the inside.
You think Canelo's gonna try to go to the body?
He's trying, but he can't right now because he's on the outside of that jab of Triple G. Who would have thought we would have saw Triple G fighting like this? Remember, we said we saw Triple G we saw Canelo versus Bivol. We saw Bivol had a lot of success from utilizing that jab. Now you can't be that happy in the first round. I felt the same way when I was watching Luis Ortiz versus Andy Ruiz. But the only difference between Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz is Andy Ruiz is known to have knockout power, one punch knockout power. So that changed the game.
Facts.
Canelo doesn't have that.
Back of the head too.
Yeah. That was a lot closer fight than a lot of people would have thought, though, too.
Yeah.
What's good with it, Flex? Vision Hawk 768 said, last one, are you watching the fight? Pretty sure he is. Out of curiosity. Yeah, he is. Salute the last one, too. UK OG of the channel. How you feel about this? I don't know if you can hear me, Flex. How you feel about the fight so far? I know it's just the first round. I don't know if you can hear me.
Triple D, he's not looking old in there, though. That's a good sign.
He's not even close. He don't even look close to old, right? Doesn't his boxing ability look absolutely amazing? Doesn't Canelo look like he's trying to figure something out? Now it's only the first round, so you can't be over the top with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be extra with it, which I'm definitely being extra with it just because I'm enjoying the fight.
Wasn't too much going on. I don't know who you would give that first round to be real with you. I mean, you could say Triple G.
Yeah, I gave it to Triple G.
I mean, I guess I could just give it to Triple G, but from them judges, if that's the same judges, they probably give it to Canelo.
That's interesting.
Right.
I gave that one to Triple G. Well, who do you give it specifically?
I mean, I guess Triple G just because he was a little more active with the jab and he kind of threw a couple more punches. What you think, Z?
Who he say?
He don't know.
Just tell him just guess. Just be like this. Just from what I'm watching. Just off of shorts. The shorts color.
He said he got Canelo first round.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. Vision Hawk said if it's a close fight, they're gonna give it to Canelo, and that kind of supports. What's the brother's name? I'm sorry, I want to make sure.
The little scorecard don't really.
What's the brother name you with? Zen. You gonna let me know. But I like that. What's the brother's name you with?
Zeno.
Zeno.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what Zeno said. I'm like, if he's going off Canelo, that's probably what's going to be the natural reaction. What a lot of people are going to be watching. You feel me? So I got no respect for that.
He's just, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like.
But I got a Triple G the first one. I think something was going on with the sound with my guy Flex. He's gonna be back most likely. Because I was like, we was talking, but I was like, it seemed like he couldn't hear me, hear either one of us. So
he should just go to his phone. To be real with you, like at this point, like his phone would be probably better than I think.
I like the setup though. His setup was on point though.
It was though.
I wasn't mad at it. Hey, can we talk about it though, Zen, real quick? I know you're watching these rounds, but Isn't Canelo over here trying to be on some extra shit? He's trying to hit him with some big shots. He ain't able to hit him.
He trying to haymaker his ass up.
What was I talking about though? What was I talking about? You think they're gonna rob Triple G? Are we gonna see a robbery?
Could be.
We're gonna see a robbery. I think we're gonna be disappointed. All right, we got my guy back in the building. You good? Turn down the Oh, you good? Okay. Can you hear us?
Yeah, my fault, y'all. I had some technical difficulties.
No, you good. How you feel about the fight though? How do you I don't know if you saw the first round though. How do you score the first round? Who you gave it to?
I like the way Triple G was controlling, keeping Canelo from coming in the inside. I love the way he's working that jab, bro. Like it seems like Canelo is having some difficulty trying to find it, close the distance. Because I see a lot of like wild hooks. I love the way Triple G is fighting right now. If I were to go off like that first round, I think Triple G gets that first round.
Can I say this too? And I don't know if you guys can agree with me. It's up to you guys, however you want to see this, but I think it's a little bit too soon for Canelo to be fighting. I think Canelo thought he was going to beat Bivol, and the contract that he signed and the time frame for him to fight Triple G. I don't think it was a good idea for him to have an unexpected loss to Bivol and then go right into Triple G. But I thought in his mind, probably, I don't know, allegedly, this is me just from the outside looking in, he was like, okay, this is an easy fight for me. Triple G's 40 years old. I'm going to put the work in. Let me get this fight, and then I can do my rematch with Bivol. I'm confident. I built my confidence up. Here I am. And now we see Triple G. He looks great. He's winning the second round as well, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is my own opinion. It just looked like Canelo doesn't look as crisp as he usually does in his fights right now. Man, he's having a lot of difficulty trying to close the distance right now, trying to get inside that jab. But he might figure it out within like the fifth or sixth round. If he goes the distance, that's usually how that thing works.
But Triple G's not Billy Joe Saunders, right?
You over it? No, I ain't over it.
So if he's not Billy Joe Saunders is a guy that he'll end up putting himself in a position to a certain extent where you think you're able to get something off, but in a sense, you're actually putting yourself in a trap, right? So if that's the case, there's a possibility for Canelo to be able to capitalize off of it. But when we're talking about, the specifics when it comes to Triple G is always square. He's always up and down, straight up. What he's presenting to his opponent, he's never putting himself out of position where he can be capitalized off of or be able to be hurt or be able to be counter punch, counter attack, whatever the case may be, where he's not where necessarily he's not going to be able to recover. And the reason why I can back that up, because he's never been stopped, he's never been hurt. He's always been able to push through no matter what the case may be, right? So if that's the case, now I might be hyping it up. I'm like, let's say he ends up getting hurt. People feel a certain way. You was talking all this, this, that, and the other. But me personally, the way that I see it, the way that I'm watching it, I'm like, Triple G looks like not only has him not having to cut the extra 7 to 8 pounds been a beneficiary to him, but it looks like he's definitely learned from the loss that Canelo had to Bivol. He's just right behind that jab. He's being, calculated. He's staying on the outside. Like, he looks great.
I say Bivol, just you could say he was younger than Triple G. That's all. Because the jab was just, he's 32, right? So it's like him and Canelo the same age. So it's like that jab was just way more just active. 33. Who, Bivol?
Yeah.
Around that age. But I just think the jab was a little just bit more active. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Triple G, he is a little older, so he can't just continue to just throw it out as much as he would like, in my opinion.
But Flex, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I was watching. I'm seeing Canelo. He's starting to counter a lot with that left hook.
That's what I was gonna ask. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just saying he's countering a lot off that left hook, off that jab now, which is kind of what we were saying beforehand. In the later rounds, is he going to be able to work past that jab? And he's mixing it in really good. He's leading off with that left hook each time that Triple G throws a jab, and it's connecting. If I were to give this third round, I'm probably giving it to Canelo.
And I agree with you.
Looking more active.
I would agree with you. So the first 2 rounds, I gave it to Triple G. Now, see, the judges may not. This third round, Canelo easily won this round. But I'm going to say this right now. Even though definitely Canelo looks a lot more comfortable, he didn't land anything that was significant. He didn't land anything where it made Triple G say, oh, okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I watched I watched a couple Triple G fights, and he loses some rounds, man. Loses some rounds. He looks like he's tired. He looks like he's done. He looks like he don't want to keep going. But really, a lot of times he's trying to really, at least what it seems like from the outside looking in, he's trying to understand the power coming from his opponent. Can I be in a position where I can, accept everything that he's throwing, or do I need to readjust my game plan? Do I need to get to the outside? Do I need to change what I'm focusing on? So, and this might be me just being hopeful, because there's a million times I've called fights, I've watched fights, and I've said all these things, and the fighter that I love got knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm tired.
So I could be saying all this, and it really not mean nothing. I could be saying all this, it really don't matter. But at the end of the day, I'm just really hoping. I'm like, this is one of these particular rounds that Triple G just he's taking a minute. He's sitting back and he's like, okay, I feel like I won the first 2 rounds. I'm good. This particular round, I'm going to take it off and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. Let me see what Canelo really has for me.
Man, I almost feel like if I'm a caller, I almost feel like it's about to go downhill quickly for Triple G. Now, I could be talking out my behind right now, but I'm seeing that counter, that left hook, and man, and Canelo's getting more active with each round. And I also, in that last third round, I just didn't see Triple G being very active at all, besides throwing off like the jab. We see right here, Canelo's already starting off with easy.
I think as long as Triple G stays behind that jab, it'll be fine.
I could be wrong, but we'll see.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, and it's like I'm probably gonna be wrong, because I'm one of the guys I'll go for the Hail Mary, but when I'm looking at Triple G right now, I just really think he's not in trouble right now. I think he's okay. I've seen him in this position a million times. And I'm like, Canelo definitely looks good, but it's like, me personally, I feel like Canelo was supposed to be looking better. That's kind of what's kind of like tugging at the back of my mind is, yeah, Canelo's doing this thing, but it's like he should be dominating from what everybody was talking about. Like, Triple G 40 years old, like, this should be easy work. You should be putting them body shots in. You should be putting them jabs in. You should be putting the right hands, the right hooks. And it seems like you're being really careful in everything you're trying to do.
He's being cautious. I definitely agree with that. And again, he doesn't look as crisp as he usually does. But I just, I'm still just going to say, like, he's timing it right with each round that we get in. I feel like he's going to increase his how many punches he throws, his tempo, and I feel like that's going to kind of start wearing down on the older Triple G.
Do you think he's going to be able to stop him, or do you think it's going to be just a majority decision type of game?
Decision.
I'm also leading toward that he might possibly stop him in the later rounds.
That's crazy.
I
would never believe that.
I changed
Davis and Garcia from the fight.
They trying to, what's crazy, man? I dropped I did a clip off of one of the lives where I was talking about Ryan Garcia and Davis. I got a lot of people coming at me crazy because I'm riding with Ryan Garcia all day. You feel me? High desert. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to disrespect nobody from where we from. Ryan Garcia finna put the smackdowns on anybody who's gonna come his way. I don't care what the case may be. I know Flex like, oh, but hey, nigga, I ain't never gonna dominate. Salute to Dominic Reyes, like, nigga, when it comes to combat sports, high desert, nigga, I ain't never gonna disrespect it. You feel me? So I was like, look, and people been mad at me in the comments. Every single comment was just like, hey, let me tell you something. Like, they don't like, because I'm basically I'm in support of Garcia, and I'm saying that Davis, he don't want to smoke at 140. You feel me? He want to stay at 135. He's scared. He want to move up in weight. He's like, they're like, no, Garcia don't want to move up, but we'll see. I don't think that fight's gonna happen, to be honest with you, but
I say this, Triple G better pick it up. Or
Devin Haney said Garcia. Oh, wait, don't disrespect Triple G. Triple G doing fine.
I'm not disrespecting him. I'm just saying, like, as the rounds go on, like, I see Canelo turning up the pace. So I'm like, Triple G's not really like landing too many of those punches anymore that he was in the first couple of rounds. So I'm like, as the fight goes on, if he continues with that, you know, the scorecard, you know, even if Canelo's not landing cleanly, you know they're gonna give him those punches. That's all I'm saying.
My bad. I don't like to bring this back. I just got a contract signed. I feel good.
Hey,
Late night, my bad.
what you say my bad for? That's money.
I know, man. That's what he did late night. I love y'all and I appreciate everybody. We here, man. Make sure I hit the like button, subscribe to the channel.
You know, I seen these replays. Canelo, I mean, Triple D's getting hit, man. And I hope that's his game plan to
I don't care
let
about
Canelo
the replays.
think,
The replays are fake.
huh?
They're gonna show what they want. They're gonna show who they want to win. Canelo right now, Triple G won the first 2 rounds. Canelo
So
won the
it's
last
2-2?
2 rounds. So it's 2-2 in my personal opinion.
Okay.
I'm not being fake.
I'll vote that way as well. It's 2-2. I'm just hoping that Triple G's corners tell him he need to pick it up.
But this is the thing. I'm like, Triple G usually falls off during these rounds.
Okay.
He does. And I'm like, even when he was at his younger age, like it was different because, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, when he was younger, when he was like 32, 33, 34, like he was really able to, you know, go crazy. But I'm like, he's 40 now. You feel me? And I'm like, that's not much big of a difference because he's been consistent and he's always been competing. But I'm like, if you watch Triple G, I'm like, if he felt like he won the first 2 rounds, he takes the next 3 to 4 rounds off. And he just really dissects you and studies you. Watch him against Ryota Murata. A lot of people want to disrespect him because, oh, you struggled against Ryota Murata, but he stopped him. He finished him. And he went over to his hometown in Japan. Nigga, this was this year. And we want to talk about his age. So I'm like, that's all I'm saying. I might be overhyping it. Sure. But as of now, Triple G, yeah, he looks cool in these rounds. But
so what round is he trying? Is he gonna turn it up?
Can I say this real quick? Canelo's the face of boxing, right? Triple G is 40 years old, right? Why is the face of boxing having a hell of a boxing match with a 40-year-old and Triple G right now? Because I don't see nothing special from the face of boxing unless I'm being over the top. Let me know.
No, that's what I was saying. Like beforehand, like Canelo doesn't look as crisp as he usually does, right? Like
he doesn't.
It's a lot of wild punches. Like again, like that. Those first 2 rounds, there was a lot of wild, like of those counters of those left hooks. They was missing crazy. So
you saw the scorecard?
Yes. Oh my God. Fuck this shit. I don't want. Why am I watching this? This is fake. This is all fake. Did y'all see the unofficial scorecard? That's crazy.
I told you, bro. I'm like, I gave Triple G the first one, but I'm like, I just knew Triple G got to pick it up. Because I'm like, would you just say you said Bivol lost the first 5 rounds? So I'm like, what do you think they was gonna do to Triple G?
Let's study records against each other.
Yeah, I'm like, this shit crazy, man. How you feel about this flex?
I don't agree with the scorecard. I don't think it like they made it just seem like Canelo been out here just like mopping the floor with Triple G, which I feel like is extremely disrespectful.
That's so.
But I will say in these last few rounds, like Triple G has slowed down, right? And Canelo has tightened up on his counters, and he's been throwing like a higher volume of punches.
You know what's crazy though? Let me ask you this, because I'm like, this is the craziest thing to me. What if this fight would have happened 3 years ago, when it should have happened? Who would have won? Probably Triple G. It would have been hard to really, okay, this is who's. Oh, you don't agree with that? Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? By the way, they got Canelo winning all 4 rounds.
But these past few rounds, definitely, he's landing. Yeah, just I don't know, man. Let me watch this next round real quick. 'Cause
Damn, I forgot you got the itis.
I feel like low key also there's a lot of politics too.
I've been up since 7.
Who is
I
it?
feel like
Vision
all
Hot
of-
asked what's the unofficial scorecards?
I feel like all it is just politics, man. I'm like, it don't make no sense that you have Canelo up by so many rounds. I don't even understand how that's even a legit scoring card. I'm like, man, I watch boxing. I know what I'm watching. Canelo ain't landing nothing significant. If y'all gonna give Bivol the fight, how y'all not gonna give Triple G the fight? He's fighting the same exact fight. Canelo's not landing anything significant. I'm gonna be vocal here. I don't give a fuck.
There we go.
Watch this fight. Canelo ain't landing shit. That's a fact. Canelo is overrated. This nigga ain't Floyd. Y'all want to criticize Floyd so much. Y'all want to criticize Floyd ain't did this. Floyd ain't did this. Nigga, his fights were boring. This nigga was a defensive fighter, and he had more entertaining fights than Canelo, and he's an aggressive fighter. Talk about it. How does that make sense?
Well, we already know Floyd gave him a master class. I don't give a damn how old he was.
But I'm saying, I'm like, niggas want to talk about, oh, Floyd ain't really, he didn't want to really fight. He was defensive, all this type of shit. Canelo is an aggressor. He comes forward. He can't hit Bivol. He can't hit Triple G. But they gonna give Canelo this fight. They gonna give him a fight by decision. They gonna say a majority decision, and we're all gonna watch this shit, and we all gonna be like, this shit was a boring ass fight. It's a terrible fight. Triple G did his thing. No one got hurt. This is stupid.
Nah, if Canelo he should stop it early. Like it should be TKO. If he doesn't do that, then
He's not
I
gonna
don't
stop.
want to hear anything about him being the best or the face of boxing because
Flex,
like,
you really
he's not
think
even number
Canelo's gonna
one.
Stop Triple G. The way this fight is going, you think he has a chance of stopping Triple G?
No,
Vision
I don't.
Hot.
Like now that
You
I'm
think
seeing
that?
and I'm watching this round, like again, it's just a lot of like wild like left hooks, a lot of wild overhands. Like he just don't look as crisp as he used to.
It's too soon. Look at what Vision Hawk said. He said, I feel bad for boxers. Judges one of the main problems in boxing. Triple G should be gifted this fight. He should be.
Just for the simple fact that Canelo ain't being aggressive and as crisp as he should be.
Yes.
I'm not mad at that.
Like Canelo doesn't look good. Like, bro, this like you come on, man. I'm watching this fight. Like, you telling me Triple G does not look like the better fighter at 40 years old.
I mean, at 40-year-old Triple G looking like it looked like Oscar De La Hoya and jumped into the gym. Into the ring.
Don't even give Oscar De La Hoya that much respect.
I mean, that's crazy.
I'm just saying
he much respect.
He looked older. He looked older. He has more weight on him, and it's the simple fact that Canelo in here sitting here ain't put him down yet. He just I feel like.
And you know they're gonna give him the win. It's gonna be like majority decision. Canelo. You know that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna go that.
And it's disrespectful. And that's why I don't really be appreciating boxing. I love boxing. I watch it always, but it's like when this be the case, I'm like, who's gonna be the next fight when it comes for Canelo? Like, this shit is bullshit because Canelo was not the fighter that you're trying to tell me who it is. None of it makes sense.
Last line.
I'm reading some of these comments popping up, and basically, there's a lot of shit talk going on about Canelo. He ain't looking impressive. You just sitting here. You should be, Triple G is older. You should be really just mopping the floor with him.
That's what Vision Hawk saying. Vision Hawk said he was like, I think they're the same age. I would have picked Triple G. That's why I think Canelo wins. Last one in the building said, my video skip. What round you on? I'm on round. I'm like watching it, but not watching it. Because I already know how it's going to go. I'm on round 7.
Same.
So I'm like, I already know it's like I already know how it's going to go. I'm like, no one's going to get knocked out. No one's going to get hurt. They're going to give Canelo by majority decision or unanimous decision. Yeah, I already know it's going to be some bullshit. So that's why it's like, I'm watching it. I'm enjoying it. It's a good time, but I already know how this finna go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one finna get knocked out. No one finna get stopped. It's just going to be like, Canelo, majority decision. Canelo, unanimous decision. It's going to be like one of the few. You feel me? And it's like the only reason they doing it is because Canelo's the face of boxing right now. It doesn't make sense not to do anything but that.
And
You know
he's
what I'm
not giving the good information to get people busted. Then yeah.
Yep.
Ain't matter, man. Triple G, get your money.
My biggest problem is the fact that I feel like Canelo, that nigga don't know what to do against no type of jab. Hey, real quick, I just want to say this. Zen, you listening?
Yeah. My bad.
Y'all niggas got the most terriblest laughs in the world, my nigga.
Hey,
That
nigga,
shit-
I ain't trying to make my life sound sexy for you, my boy. I'm sorry.
Man, pause, man. That shit sound like an AK-47 finna just be fucked up. That sound like a goose that got choked up on some hot Cheetos, nigga. Like that shit sound terrible. I love how that nigga did. Yeah. I see you trying to keep it in. You know that shit was.
This guy, man. I'm like a goose eating out Cheetos. I'm like, have you ever seen that?
I ain't, but I seen some geese and them niggas is crazy. Like if them niggas really tried to have some beef with me, I'd probably be scared.
You said some geese?
Yeah, them niggas like 70 pounds.
Isn't the geese and the goose the same? I thought geese was like plural of goose.
That's my point. I've seen multiple gooses, or that's geese. That was stupid, nigga. This nigga stupid. All right, when you turn the car on, nigga. Like,
What does that mean? I read it like I knew what he was talking about. I'm like, hold on, what car? What you talking about?
Right,
I guess he's talking about Triple G turning the car on. Maybe that's what he's talking about.
I'm gonna say this right now.
This is
Canelo,
underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie.
it is not only is it underwhelming, but Canelo is not that great because he's honestly getting
not number one on
outboxed,
the
but he's
pound for
gonna win the
pound.
fight. They're gonna give him the fight. They're gonna be like, he won the fight. They're gonna be like, Canelo won the fight, but this nigga looks underwhelming in these rounds.
Hey, is it fair to say that Canelo is not top 3 on the pound for pound list?
It's not because they definitely no one's gonna agree with that because of what he was achieved.
What? I got Bud over him. I got Usyk, and I got Fury over him.
But what he's achieved, but a lot of people don't. When it comes to pound for pound, a lot of people don't include heavyweights. That's what I learned when I started doing the pound for pound list. I was like, niggas like, I don't include heavyweights. I was like, oh, okay.
How can you not include something that's the mecca of boxing?
Which is part of boxing, period.
But it's just like
Triple
that.
G.
Okay, Flu, can you agree the best fights, probably top 10 fights ever, is probably majority heavyweights? Can you agree to that?
Yeah, but I'm like, he said Triple G has one of the best chins. Triple G definitely has one of the best chins, but it hasn't been tested this entire fight. I'm just like,
it's never been tested. To be
Canelo's they're gonna give it to Canelo. They're gonna say Canelo majority decision, he won.
They're gonna say unanimous, bro. They're gonna do it.
Oh, all right, unanimous, he won. But I'm gonna be like, this was a trash ass fight. Triple G was 40 years old, and honestly, this nigga probably gave you the fight of your life. Nigga, what am I watching? And as much as y'all want to disrespect Floyd, y'all want to talk that shit. Hey,
didn't Canelo do the
he
same thing?
But he ran away with the scorecards too, nigga. It was obvious.
But didn't Canelo do the same thing that they quote unquote said Floyd did and wait to fight Pacquiao? But Pacquiao and Floyd are around the same age, and yet he has an 8-year age difference.
Talk about it, man.
Isn't that weaker though?
Shit.
At least Pacquiao.
No. Some people wouldn't even agree with you. Some people would be like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
But Pacquiao and Floyd are around the same age.
They say you on fantasy fairy tales. You feel me?
I guess. All I know is Pacquiao got worked that fight. I remember me and Flu watched that shit too. We was trying to figure out. We shouldn't probably get into that, but yeah, we figured out how to watch it, and yeah, we was like, we glad, yeah.
Man, we watching WWE right now.
Yeah, man.
This whole fight was trash, man. It was. What? Okay, let's. All right. Prediction. Is it going to be? Wait. Is it prediction? Is it going to be a unanimous decision, Canelo, majority decision, Canelo, or a split decision, Canelo?
Majority decision. I mean, a unanimous decision, Canelo.
What you got, Flex?
Same thing as Zen. It is unanimous. Shout out to
they gonna say
WWE.
There's not gonna be no. They're not gonna make it seem like it's close.
No, just because Triple G hasn't really thrown anything. Like he's fighting a good fight, but he hasn't thrown something that's like everybody's probably gonna be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like Canelo's throwing haymakers, and if he connects on one, they're gonna be like, remember that haymaker in 6th round? He was giving him that work.
But if
I'm gonna
Canelo's
be
so
real. I
good,
feel like Canelo ain't even throwing a haymaker that connected clean.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like Canelo not throwing shit. I'm like Canelo ain't pushing the pace.
I'm just
Canelo
saying
looks
what,
like he's.
but I'm
just
going
like-
off of
a lot of wild
the
punches.
fans though. I'm going off of reaction. I'm going off of likeness. Like they don't really like Triple G. You feel me? Like let's be real, man. They're looking at Triple G as an enemy right now. Like let's just be real.
They're not gonna give another draw. Canelo got too much money behind him. They got too much shit packed. You know what I'm saying, behind what they want to do. Even though it probably should be another draw, they're not gonna do that because Triple G is done. He's not done actually, but in the sense of who's willing to promote him the way they want to be promoted, it's just fucked up, man. I'm like, man, the boxing game ain't shit. I mean, this whole entire situation, man, I'm not a fan of at all.
Middleweights.
This is one of those situations where it's like, all right, this is one of the worst fights I've seen in a minute. I was excited for it. The shit was trash. It was terrible. I'm sorry I had to have my guy Flex up in here for the one of the most
WWE.
Like, this fight wasn't good, none, nigga. Like this was bullshit. Like I thought maybe we might have a knockdown or like, but this shit was one of the worst fights. Vision Hawk up in the building. Salute to you, Vision Hawk. He said, where did they find those judges? Well, they found those judges a couple 2 to 3, 4 years ago because these are the same judges from the first two fights that they have for this particular fight. Last one said they robbed him in the first fight too. Vision Hawk. These are the same. That's what I said, man. I said from the beginning, I'm like, Triple G's not gonna win no decision. Triple G's not gonna win no type of you know what I'm saying, like, you know, situation where it go to the judges and they're gonna score it and they're gonna say, oh, 6-5, whatever the case may be. I know it's not the right numbers, but unfortunately, man, I haven't been watching the fight this whole entire time. That's how trash I know it is. Like we on the 9th round, but me and Zen have learned. Like I'm not finna stop the stream early because me and Zen we've stopped the stream early on multiple occasions, and we've missed some amazing.
Bro, they haven't had Triple G win a single round, bro.
They don't. All 8 rounds have gone to Canelo.
Yeah, I told y'all. I said I'm like this. Y'all gotta get. Like Canelo ain't won not one round. Like y'all. I don't mean to scream. Let me come down. Can y'all really agree? Like, even if it's one round, you telling me you ain't gave Triple G 1 round?
I give him 2 rounds, but again, it's just Canelo just doesn't look impressive. Like you can't be the face of boxing. You come out here, and honestly, if you got this 40-year-old man like nodding his head at him at the like end of the round.
He ain't even seen phased by nothing.
No, he ain't connected any clean. Well, he has connected clean shots, but nothing that make me go like, "Oh Lord."
I got Triple G winning. I think Triple G's winning right now. It's the 9th round right now. I got Triple G winning 5 rounds of 4. Excuse me, 5 rounds of 3.
Oh, hey, Triple G just landed a nice good shot. He's picking up the pace. He's picking up the pace right now.
I think a lot of people just feel like Canelo's just winning just because he's Canelo, but if you guys have been watching this fight, I think this has been a lot closer fight, and this is why I don't really like watching boxing because, you know, I'm like I think it's a 5-3. I don't know, man. I don't even think it's close. I think Triple G is clearly the better fighter. I think Triple G is clearly the bigger fighter. I don't even know how we even arguing about this, how we're talking about this, but this is boxing. Canelo's on his back foot. You know, if Triple G was Bivol, Triple G was Bivol in a whole different weight class with a whole different belt, where money was involved,
it's good.
Yeah, it's looking bad for Triple G, man. It's looking like they're gonna give him a robbery loss.
But he's picking up the pace, though. He's picking up the pace.
But the thing is, with the pace, I'm like, I agree with you. He's picking up the pace, but I feel like he's been showcasing that he's a better fighter this entire fight. Canelo hasn't landed anything significant. To be honest, I haven't watched the first 2 fights. I wasn't watching boxing back then. Salute to you, Vision Hawks. Last one, they are much better fighters than this. I say it's worth a watch.
it makes it exciting.
But I think the Zone just uploaded the
Canelo
full
won
fight of
first
Canelo
fight.
versus Triple G 2 today. I think they did.
He drawed with
I
him.
might watch later today. Yeah,
He
man,
won
check that
second.
out. It's crazy.
Okay,
Real
so
good.
draw first and Canelo won the second. So yeah,
So I'm like, I don't even think it's close.
It would be crazy.
I'm
if
like,
he
how
was.
you
So
like think about this? I'm like, think about being a 32 to 33-year-old man, and you're on your back foot against a nigga who's 40.
Shit. No,
I'm like, I don't think niggas is even thinking about that. I don't think niggas is putting that into perspective. Like, nigga, use your brain. Be a smart nigga. Grab a concept. Nigga, stars, all that shit is real. Nigga, grab that shit. Think about being a nigga who's 32 to 33 years old. You fight a nigga who's 40 years old, and a 40-year-old nigga's putting it on you.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Moving, doing exactly what he's supposed to do, making this shit work, going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, how you gonna feel about it? Niggas don't know. Shit easy. Shit can always be easy. I understand it. Shit ain't ever easy for me.
So what you got it, Flu? You haven't said what you got how you ranked the rounds.
Fuck that. Pay attention to what's going on.
Long shit with these white women.
This is no real shit. Like, pay attention.
I mean, I see what they got to rank. I just didn't. You haven't said what you feel like the fight is.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Did you say it was like 5-4 at the ninth round?
Yes, I got a 6-4 now coming in.
6-4
For Triple G?
winning easily. Triple G's winning a couple rounds. I don't think Canelo's really winning, but they're gonna give it to Canelo. My bad, y'all.
What if we see a scorecard like 121 to 110?
I'm not gonna be surprised by that.
Canelo,
I'm like, go ahead.
That's probably what it is right now.
Yeah, if they go to the round, if they go to the judges, it's gonna be Canelo winning easily. It's gonna be like majority decision, unanimous decision, Canelo. Like, nigga, that's just what it is.
If Triple G knocks him out, that'd be the greatest comeback in history.
That's the only way he's
happy.
That's the only way he's gonna win. That's the only way.
If you're Triple G, do you just give it all you got and just throw them hands and just live with the result?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Let him fly.
But it's not gonna matter. But yeah, absolutely. Hold on, we'll be right back.
It's just a shame that Triple G is just. But it's crazy because as much as I get why he wants that fight, it's like, dang, bro. Like, I think he didn't know that they was gonna have the same judges neither. I don't think he knew that.
I don't know. Also, it's a nice payday. I'm not mad at getting paid that much at 40 years old to sit here and dance around, you know?
Yeah. He might do what Madonna did and just retire. Like, all right, I got my bag. I'm done.
He might lead to that. But this is bad. Like, again, Canelo looks unimpressive. I'm really hoping that Triple G just kind of lets his hands go.
But it's looking like he's just trying to survive at this point, in my opinion, man. It's not like he's trying to like really get him out of there because he's not trying to put nothing together for real.
I'm not mad at that. I can see that. Yeah, you're right.
Like, you know when somebody's trying to go for the kill, they putting something together, got the 1-2-1 going with the uppercut to the 3, then they got the double jab to the 2. Like, he's not really putting, like, I guess he's trying to do that, but I mean, it's harder to hit a moving object too. It's not. He hasn't even trying to throw something with some heat on it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something that's like, man, it might, wake Canelo up. Like, ooh, that shit kind of hurt.
Mm-hmm. And then Canelo keep on. What just happened right now? That was a round. I thought they was trying to give him a
timeout.
Yeah, something weird.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. Real. Excuse me.
Man, how did they even book this fight?
I don't even know. Remember they robbed Tyson Fury the first fight against Wilder.
God, man, I swear boxing is the new WWE.
Don't let Jake Paul say, man. He's gonna say Dana's a clown. Jake Paul can't stand Dana White.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, put up $5 million against Anderson Silva. I'm gonna knock him out too.
Man, I had more fun watching that Diaz versus Ferguson fight.
I know that fight was more entertaining than this, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's a trash ass fight, huh?
Yeah, man. I was just telling Zen I had more fun watching that Ferguson versus Diaz fight.
That was a trash ass fight too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but you know what was an amazing fight for that particular night? That
Swaggy
YouTube
P?
boxing shit, nigga.
Swaggy P.
Yeah, Swaggy P got knocked. That
Hey,
nigga
did you see
Swaggy
what
P,
he
he was
said?
winning the whole fight. No, wait, hold on. He was winning the whole fight, my nigga. And then this nigga just got hit with a shot. And he just said, I was like, nigga, oh, what happened, nigga? Like, nigga, you just.
Did you hear what he said, though?
Yeah,
he said he got out there on purpose. Yeah.
Nah,
he said
nigga, that nigga got knocked out.
he said he got out there on purpose because he said there wasn't even boxing. That I'm telling you what he said. This is his word.
Out of here.
He
That
said,
nigga got knocked. He lucky he didn't fight Blueface. Blueface would have knocked that nigga out.
You see what Blueface just did to his girl's daddy, right?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that nigga would have knocked that nigga out.
That man said he knocked the Sonic coins out his ass.
I'm like, no, I was watching that nigga was hitting the mitts and shit. I was like, that nigga Blueface, he's finna knock that nigga out, man.
That man said I knocked the Sonic coins out my out her daddy.
Can I say this real quick though? I'm like, this shit. All right, wait, hold on. Respectfully, I love boxing, man. It's a boxing channel at the end of the day, but this matchup went exactly how I hoped it wouldn't have had, and I jinxed it. I kept saying, I was like, I'm excited for the fight, but I didn't expect the fight to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen. This shit was weak.
Hey,
give it to Canelo by unanimous decision.
Does my theory make sense now? How they will want this to just make Canelo's career legacy look better after that loss? Like, oh, he only lost because he went up in weight.
This ain't gonna make nobody's legacy look better. This is some bullshit.
I'm just saying, as far as the people, though, you know, somebody's gonna bring this up like he beat Triple G twice. He could have said third time, you know.
And I'm gonna be like, nigga, I don't know how old you are, but that was some bullshit both times. This is some bullshit. You telling me this? You telling me Canelo won this by unanimous decision?
I mean, I don't think he won every single round, though. I think that's a little out.
Canelo only won like 2 rounds, my nigga. Am I tripping? This nigga ain't did shit.
I feel like I'm watching two 45-year-olds fighting in the ring. I feel like I'm watching Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.
Bro, Canelo's only 32 years old. Why hasn't he ever been put on this 41-year-old Triple G? Why? How y'all gonna tell me Canelo just absolutely wiped the floor with my guy Triple G? Y'all crazy, man. This is some bullshit. Boxing ain't shit, man. I love boxing, man. To the day I die, man. But this ain't shit. It's last one said it's sad, especially with Triple G. Think how long Triple G went this third fight only to be robbed in broad daylight. Some will actually watch this fight and say Triple G won the fight, and I can't dispute them. What did Canelo do significantly in this entire fight to say that he won every round?
Nothing.
But they gonna give it to him unanimous decision. You saw the unofficial scorecards.
I'm getting tired of them. I mean, I'm getting tired of seeing them like knock gloves after each round. Make me think I'm watching Ric Flair versus Triple H.
This is the most bullshit ass third trilogy fight in my life.
I'm telling you, man, it's just to give Canelo that. Oh, he only lost because he went up in weight. In his weight class, he's the best ever. If you didn't take those challenges, he can't say that he'd be undefeated because Floyd get him in that word. But
it's just adding to his legacy, right?
Yeah, that's all it is.
You are making a great point, man.
That's all. That's how I see this. Because I'm just like, bro, you can't say he got every single round and you're not trying to add to his legacy. So they're gonna say that their fight. I told you how good Canelo is. He just washed Triple G like he was nobody. Triple G's never been nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to downplay Triple G and up boost Canelo, but in doing that, it's gonna make that argument invalid because it's like, well, is Triple G good or not?
But real quick, I want to ask a question to everybody. Is this going to be a unanimous decision win for Canelo?
Yes.
Or is it going to be a split decision?
You see the scorecard? Yes, it's going to be unanimous decision.
Okay. All right, my bad. Go ahead. I think Flex, you had something you want to say.
Well, I was just going to ask, like, so after the unanimous decision, right, where does Canelo go after this, right?
They don't say Bivol rematch too.
That's what they're saying?
That's what's supposed to be on the contract, I think.
Well, let me say this. Let me add this. I'm like, okay, obviously Canelo's going to win this fight easily.
Mm-hmm.
We have Bivol versus Zurdo Ramirez happening. That's not an easy fight for Bivol. Zurdo Ramirez is a goddamn beast. He's a goddamn dog. That's a 175, or that's actually a beast. And remember, when it comes to the contract that he signed, the contract that he signed was Bivol, Triple G, and then he can pick whoever he wants. Was most likely was going to be John Ryder in the UK. So I'm under the impression that as much as he wants the Bivol rematch, I think he's going to take another easy fight. And I'm not saying Triple G's an easy fight. I'm just saying everything aligns the way it's supposed to align. But I think he's going to take a fight that nobody's going to be that much interested in. He's going to kind of revamp everything when it comes to next year. He's going to look at some of the PBC fighters. So I don't see him fighting anybody significant for the rest of this year. That's my personal opinion.
I feel like he's done fighting anybody significant for the rest of his career.
He don't want that smoke with Boo Boo Andrade. That's all I want to say.
I also want to say I don't disagree with what Flex said, because he also said, "Yo, I don't want to fight. No, I don't want to fight anyone who's Mexican. I don't want to fight anyone from my same heritage." And one of those guys happens to be David Benavidez. If we're talking about light heavyweight, what if Ramirez ends up beating Bivol? So you don't want to fight Zero Ramirez? So
he don't want to fight Boo Boo Andrade, man. He just don't want to. He don't want that real smoke. That's all it is.
And Boo Boo was making a permanent move up to 168. A lot of people said he was avoiding. He was a lot of people saying he was avoiding Hannebeck. No, he was not avoiding Hannebeck. He was already planning to move up to 168. He was going to fight Zach Parker. He got injured. He's just continuing to fight at that particular weight class. So please, with all the bullshit, all his rumors, no, that's not true. He's not avoiding anybody.
Does Canelo want that fade with Boo Boo? Let's be real.
Canelo looks tired.
I don't even think it's about him wanting to fade. There's no money in that. There's no reason to even be worried about it.
Yeah, he gonna lose. That's why. That's where the money gonna go.
Canelo didn't even win this fight. This particular fight, they're gonna give Canelo this fight by unanimous decision, and he didn't win this fight. Like, he even hurt Triple G. Triple G is 40 years old, and this nigga, he ain't bleeding. He ain't got a swollen eye. He looks like he could go another 8 rounds. And you tell it, I'm sorry, I'm probably loud. I'm sorry. Let me calm down. You telling me Canelo, this is the face of boxing?
He's not. I don't know why you keep saying the face, man. I don't see him as the face of boxing, man. He's not even number one pound for pound.
Who, other than him, who's the face of boxing?
Split decision.
It was AJ until he lost. I thought
it's not gonna be a split. They're gonna give a majority decision to
Crawford. If he wasn't from Nebraska, bro, I think he'd have better pub. If he was from like
that,
LA,
you can't say what if. I'm like that. You basically saying that the face of boxing is Canelo. Hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I just don't think he's number one.
Triple G knows he lost because it went to the scorecards. Canelo, man, bro. This is why I don't like boxing, man. I love it, but I don't like boxing. This shit is weird, bro. Because I'm like, this shit is not fair. Like, it's just blatantly just like, hey, enjoy the fight. Enjoy the fight, watch the fight, but nigga, it's not fair, nigga.
Who is the United States aiding right now?
They gonna give a unanimous decision to Canelo. This is some bullshit.
You heard me, Flu? Who is the United States aiding right now?
Canelo?
Huh?
I don't know, nigga. Shit.
Listen.
Hold on.
Y'all don't know
the algorithm.
Ukraine. Who is the enemy right now in the public eyes? You guys crazy, man. Y'all crazy, man.
My bad, bro. I didn't know what he's talking about, man. All right, yeah.
I'm just saying he's from a country that isn't looked upon as great right now. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man, politics are nasty.
That's all I have to say. Who's giving billions of dollars to another opposite aiding? Flu, you always said, where the money go? Right? Right? Where the money go? That's where the money at.
All I'm just saying is it's gonna be a unanimous decision for Canelo Alvarez. I think it's disrespectful. I think it's not right. Canelo ain't who he is. I got nothing but respect for Canelo. I got nothing but respect for boxing, but I'm like, when you watch certain events like this, when you see certain events like this, it just kind of just makes you be like, man, makes you feel a type of way when it comes to boxing, when it comes to the sport, because that shit just it ain't what it is, man.
It's unanimous. I just got the notification on ESPN.
Yep. That don't surprise me.
Yucky. Oh, man.
I don't know, man.
Stupid Letterman's jacket.
I don't even know what to say about it. That shit weird. I'm not saying that it's not right. I'm not saying that it is right. I'm just
It was
man,
116, 112, and then 115, 113. Unanimous decision for Canelo.
Oh, Triple H with the win. Ric Flair is getting ready to retire.
Vision Hawk said, I think Parker will get the W next week.
Oh my gosh,
it's gonna be crazy.
He's crazy.
Yeah, JoJo's
gonna shock the world, I guess.
Yeah, for the first time. Canelo did his thing. You can see Triple G. He ain't even touched, man. At 40 years old, he ain't even touched, man. He got just a red mark on the top of his head, man. That means something. Canelo got the old king crown. Where do you all think Canelo goes from here?
I think he's gonna want that Bivol rematch, in my opinion.
But Bivol has to get past Zerto Ramirez.
I think he can. Bless you. I think he can.
That's a tough fight right there, man. Damn, my phone finna die. I'm on 1%.
Damn.
Let me get a charger real quick. We're gonna talk about some things real quick before we end it out. Anybody who could stay up in the chat, anybody who could stay up in the live, anybody who could stay up in the stream, appreciate you. We got some things we want to discuss. We got some things we want to break down. We got some things we want to take care of. Anybody else needs a break? Anybody who's gonna make us go ahead? This is the perfect time. Let me do this. I'm gonna throw some things up. Ain't no way Triple G, he ain't get touched, man. I don't care, man. Numbers ain't nothing but the age. Triple G showed it. Canelo looked a lot older than Triple G in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I felt. But
Washington State homeowner going to want to check.
Oh, someone got the I was on Vision Hawk. I forgot his name, but Canelo should get the guy he was beefing with at the press conference. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Let's see if we can get the we can get some shit for you. Let me see if we can get some shit. All right, I'm just gonna put this up right now for a little break. Niggas could do whatever they got to do for a little bit. Then we're gonna come back.
Hey, give me 1 second. I gotta re-up real quick. I need to.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Go ahead, take your little take time.
I'm about to go to the bathroom myself.
I need to get some
how this shit went.
A little power in me real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna take a little break and we'll be right back. Oh, that should take a little minute to even roll up. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
And his opponent now making his way to the ring. He's accompanied by Bethel, Sienna, and Seacon. Ladies and gentlemen, his professional record, 57 victories, 2 defeats, 2 draws, with 39 wins coming by way of knockout. Saturday night, he'll be appearing in his 23rd world title fight. Here is the 4-division world champion, the 3-division unified champion, the 2-division lineal champion, and the first ever and only undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, peleando fuera de la tierra del tequila y los mariachis, Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, presentando el orgullo del pueblo mexicano, Saúl Canelo Álvarez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, fighters to the scale. Making his way at this time, please welcome Gennadiy Golovkin, Triple G. 167.8 for Triple G, 167.8 pounds for Gennadiy Golovkin. Now, the reigning, defending, and undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. 167.4, 167.4 pounds for Saul Canelo Alvarez. Saul Canelo Alvarez, Gennadiy Golovkin, 12 rounds for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. Live on the DAZN pay-per-view, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. It's the Trilogy. Canelo, Triple G3, Natural Boxing, Canelo Promotions, and Triple G Promotions live on the DAZN pay-per-view.
Many of you couldn't stay home, didn't have the luxury to log on.
El estrés de tratar de estar seguros mientras estaban en algún lugar.
Life has been disrupted because of this virus. We take a moment of silence.
As we mourn for the many lives we lost, a cost we can't count.
Don't count us out. We're mounting a massive push to put us all back on the side of safety.
So that hugs become commonplace and smiles can be seen on our face. It's a race that we all have to run because we are stronger as one.
All right, y'all. We here in the game. What's good, Flex? How you feeling, man? Oh, my bad. Oh, that might be me. Go a little bit closer to the mic. Turn the mic on. I can hear you.
Oh, hold up. Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yeah, you good. You good.
I had to go re-up real quick. Now I'm feeling amazing.
You feeling great?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to go take care of some things. So how do you feel about Triple G versus Canelo 3? Was it a disappointment? Was it overrated? How do you feel overall?
It was a money grab. That's all that was. It was.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I keep on saying it was the WWE. Now, at least I can respect the WWE because it is. We all know it's fake. We all know what it's there for.
It makes it known.
But this right here, I just saw it as a pretend. I felt like it was a glorified sparring match.
It was interesting to me because it almost seemed like it was a confidence builder for Canelo personally. I honestly didn't see. I didn't see anything spectacular from Canelo. I didn't see anything special from Canelo. I didn't see anything, new or amazing where I could feel like Canelo was that guy. I just felt like it was, like you said, it was a confidence builder. It made him feel like as if he was in a position now where, okay, I got this W, I got this Triple G, this nonsense out of the way. Now I can focus on what I want to, do now in my future, whether or not I want to have a rematch with Bivol, fight Jamal Charlo, Benavidez, Ramirez, whatever the case may be. But, now this is out of the way.
I mean, if I were the direction I think that he's going, but the direction that I think he should go, I think the direction he's going to go is from here on out, it's going to be like this, right? Like just taking on fights to just more establish that he is quote unquote the best fighter, right? I feel like his next fight, he should take on Bivol just to redeem himself, to really put him in that ranking that he is one of the best fighters. They did mention something about him having a hand injury. I don't know if I heard that wrong. I don't know how
it's probably true. He probably had a hand injury, but I'm like, come on now. We're not gonna give him that. Excuse me, we're not gonna give him that.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, just overall, I was unimpressed. Canelo didn't look as sharp, and I don't know, man. It just looks like Canelo is slowly fading. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he has 3 more fights in him, and he possibly
looks at retiring.
Mm-hmm. What is that? Maybe 3 more fights, but that's like maybe in a few years.
How do you feel about some of these not celebrity fights, but how do you feel about some of these off-brand fights from boxing? The YouTube boxing scene, celebrity boxing scene. Le'Veon Bell just knocked out Adrian Peterson. So there's a lot of different avenues going on. Anderson Silva's about to fight Jake Paul. We're in a whole different age. I never thought this would be the case. I never thought I would be talking about the particular fights that I'm talking about, but this is happening, man. And it's like,
I don't know. At first, I saw it as like a benefit to these UFC fighters who don't get paid nothing, right? But then I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, I just feel like it's a disrespect to boxing. It's going to have like these random people sitting here getting in, thinking they can get into a ring and then make millions of dollars, and then out here making money, not realizing all the sweat and the time. And also half of these people, man, getting really hit in the face. It ain't fun. And I don't know, man. This whole Silva and Paul thing, I want Silva to win, but also I know Paul is bringing in too much money and things like that, and he has established a brand, and him losing is not a part of that brand.
Silva gonna work that ass out.
Silva ain't got a chin no more.
Ain't about that.
Paul is loaded on PEDs and whatever you want to.
Hold on, say allegedly now. I say allegedly.
I don't even want to say allegedly.
If you don't got the proof, you gotta say allegedly.
But real quick, Father Time has been winning. Luis Ortiz, like we just saw with my brother Triple G.
Okay,
Father Time is winning.
A question is:
Father
Jake
Time
Paul is Jake Paul
here and is not giving nobody no, what I'm saying, no
Jake
leeway,
Paul
nothing.
Better than Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.?
Yes.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
Here's the thing, like I don't think Jake Paul is like an absolute bum, right? What Vision Hog is saying is like they don't have to be good at boxing, right? I don't think Jake Paul is an amazing boxer or like a professional boxer, but I think he's decent. Like I don't think like the random dude on the street is going to be able to get into the ring with Jake Paul and be successful, because he like that's what he does right now. Like that's all he's doing is training. Now that doesn't mean he's talented, right? That doesn't mean he has God-given abilities and being able to fight. It's just he has more time than everybody else to hit the fucking mitts.
How you feel about this, man?
I mean, if they want Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying? All his fighters have been people that have been retired from the sport or been retired, or you know what I'm saying, or just super old. It's not like he's fighting somebody in his age group in his weight class, and he's fighting somebody that does this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's all strategic at the end of the day. But I think Anderson Silva has enough skill to preserve himself to actually win the fight. Because it's not like we've seen fights, even that fight with Tyron Woodley. It's not like Jake Paul was winning convincingly. We was like, oh yeah, he's dogging him. It was just a boring fight. And if it wasn't for that knockout, I don't know what would have been the decision, to be real with you.
Tyron Woodley only lost because it was a short notice fight and he didn't train for it.
I'm just saying, like that fight wasn't something that I looked at and was like, Jake Paul's looking phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Andrew Silva actually has more boxing skills than Tyron Woodley. So I'm saying it's not going to just be easy for Jake Paul to load that right hand up, especially when a guy like Silva knows that's what's on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's going
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And we're talking about boxing. As long as he's out boxing Jake Paul, it doesn't matter. It's not like Jake Paul has combos. He's just looking for that load up right. Everybody he's knocked out has just been with the right.
But you can't go ahead.
Right.
That's what I was trying to say. I was like, you can't discredit the right, because I'm like, if you out and you can't fight no more, the fight's over. So I'm like,
I'm not discrediting it. I'm saying skill. I'm talking about, look, Wilder knocked out everybody with the right? He got to do
that's
skill.
What I'm saying. You can't be a fan of Wilder and then be like, and I know.
Hold on. I'm just saying crazy. When it came to the
skill, real quick. I'm not trying to compare the two, but I'm like, you can't say, okay, Wilder doesn't have no boxing ability. He can't do, this, he can't do that. But at the end of the day, the reason he got the wins is because he has that, one, I'm saying, factor that ends up being the equalizer. It's that right hand.
Well,
as of now, it seems like Jake Paul has that. Even as crazy as it sounds, I'm not trying to compare the two, but I'm like, it's like that seems like that's what the case may be.
But it's apples and oranges to me, because I'm like, one's a heavyweight and he's an Olympian, right? Is Wilder not an Olympian?
Yeah.
Bronze medalist, regardless if he bronze still good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right. So you're talking about somebody that's actually has boxing skills, but people don't like how he does it. You know what I'm saying? How he goes about it. I'm not trying to come at Jake Paul. I'm just saying a guy like Silva actually has skills, and he's been in the ring with real killers in his prime, and he's beating them. So I'm saying he's not going to look at Jake Paul as somebody like, oh, he's not good. He's going to be like, okay, I know this right hand. He's knocked out a couple of my colleagues that were in the UFC. So I'm not going to sit here and be a victim of him to just load me up. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to move. I'm going to style on him. And I'm going to, because it's not going to be a 10, 12 round fight. It's going to be 8 rounds? Right? Or 6 rounds?
I believe 6 to 8 rounds. I'm not sure.
Something like that.
So I'm just saying, Flex, Silva. Real quick, Flex, what do you have to say in response to that? In the reference of Anderson Silva versus Jake Paul.
And Anderson Silva versus Jake Paul. Well, I want to jump back to the Deontay Wilder thing. Me personally, go ahead. I was never a fan of Deontay Wilder, just because I feel like he was able to take advantage of timing. A weak heavyweight division. I won't take away the time that he put in, right? I won't do that. I feel like that's disrespectful. I just think that the heavyweight division at that time, when he was able to take advantage of it all, was a very weak division. Now in regards to just like Logan, what is it? Jake Paul, my fault. That's his brother, Jake Paul, and then Anderson Silva. As my man Vision Hawk said, Anderson is 47 years old. That is the biggest thing. I think overall, maybe if like Jake Paul caught Anderson Silva at like 41. Yeah. But I think 8 rounds is a very long time. And I don't think he even has to land a clean shot to rattle Silva. I think he needs to just get a nice good straight. He ain't gotta land it on the chin. It just gotta be just enough. And I think Anderson Silva goes down. I could be wrong though.
But it's crazy. You can't say that the heavyweight division was weak. If that's the case, then Fury's wins and all these other boxers' wins aren't as good then. Because I'm like, Wilder started late in the game. So I'm like, you got to respect that regardless of what his boxing skills are supposed to be or whatever. Man's only lost to one opponent.
I just feel that he came in at a time where the heavyweight division wasn't at its best.
But that means Klitschko, would you say that Klitschko's wins aren't valid then? Because he had that reign during that whole time.
Wilder still came in on like Klitschko's like end of his career, not at.
But I'm saying if you're saying if he came in during a weak gap, that means it was weak before he came in. It didn't just get weak. It was weak before he came. So I'm saying Klitschko's reign isn't as great as we think it is, then, right? Because if you can knock Wilder, then you have to knock Klitschko, in my opinion, because Fury made Klitschko look like easy work up in that ring. I mean, what Wilder did against Fury is not what Klitschko did.
24.
Here's the thing, right? Like, I will also say this as well. I feel like Klitschko's reign isn't as impressive as other heavyweights.
I agree.
I feel like Klitschko was able to get in at a time where it was a little bit better, but then it took a pretty drastic drop.
Yep.
And then from there on out, then that's when Wilder was able to do it. And then Tyson Fury went through his little, I guess we can call it sabbatical, right?
Yeah.
Went through his issues, came back. And I
for
feel like now
steroids,
we're starting to get a heavyweight
cocaine
division
issue,
starting
yeah.
to come back.
Okay.
Now I will say this: I do follow heavyweight boxing more than anything else.
Yeah.
I'm not taking away from the Klitschko brothers or anything else like that. I just don't think they would have been successful as those like years beforehand when like you had heavyweight boxing at its prime.
So what do you say at AJ then? Because if you could talk about Wilder, you got to speak about AJ, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying overall the heavyweight division. Our conversation was about Deontay Wilder, right?
Well, I'm just saying because everybody can come at Wilder so easily because he doesn't have quote unquote the ideal look of a heavyweight boxer or a boxer in general. But I'm like, he's only lost to one person in his whole career, and it's been, you could arguably quote the top 5 heavyweight of all time.
Top 5?
Yeah, he ain't lost. He's held every belt ever.
Who, Fury or Wilder?
Yeah, Fury.
Top 5?
Top 5. Yeah, you can get Fury top 5.
Top 5?
Are you talking about skills? Who have you seen 6'9", 280 and move like that? I ain't never seen it. We ain't never gonna see it again, probably. 6'9" moving like that. It's a white man.
You gotta get Fury top 5.
He's top 5. Yes, he's top 5.
Who got above Tyson Fury?
Like we talking about in like all of boxing?
Just
heavyweight. Talking about heavyweights.
Just heavyweight.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Heavyweight, all of boxing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, easily go with Ali, right?
Yeah.
Tyson, that's 2.
Okay.
I think Holyfield beats him.
Okay.
Oh, hell no. Oh, no. The nigga that lost to Lennox Lewis?
Don't be disrespectful to Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis would beat Tyson Fury.
That's fine, but you can't make it seem like because Lennox will beat Holyfield that Holyfield would just beat Fury. He has to touch Fury. He has to get close to Fury.
No. But real quick, let him finish this.
Okay, you got Holyfield 3. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Now that we mentioned Lennox Lewis, we're gonna throw in Lennox Lewis into that as well.
You got him over Lennox? Holyfield over Lennox?
Me personally, yeah.
Ooh, that's crazy.
I don't agree with that, but okay.
I don't agree with that either. Go ahead.
I mean, we can be. I'm just saying I could be.
I'm
wrong,
not mad, but yeah. I'm like, as long as he's in the top 5, go ahead.
That's your top 5.
Last fish.
I'm very much of a fan of Holyfield, especially when he made that move up. Just because his ability to, man. Yeah,
what's your 5 though?
Who's your 5?
Ooh, then it might be Tyson Fury as my 5th one, right?
So you just basically made our point.
Not necessarily though. I'm not mad at it because it's
but
like
maybe a prime Klitschko might be able to get Tyson Fury.
No, because he beat. Remember, he beat
him in his prime.
Yeah.
Do we call that his prime though?
I respect that. It's not his prime, but he did beat Klitschko. Okay, I know what you're saying, but he did beat.
Tyson Fury was 25 years old. Tyson Fury was 25.
It is what it is. Like he did beat him.
And Tyson Fury was only 25 years old when he beat him. Or 26.
Vision Hawk said, "Don't be mad, but I think Fury beats Ali and Mike Tyson."
Stop that.
Let me get my charger. I need to plug up my phone.
Ali and Mike Tyson?
Niggas is talking crazy.
Ali and Mike Tyson?
I don't think he can get Ali. Ali is too agile. I don't think about Mike though. Mike in his prime is a demon.
Mike in his prime is snorting cocaine before the fight, and it's just Mike Tyson's too fast and he's too powerful. Tyson Fury is just a beautiful technical boxer, but he doesn't have power. And he's not
it just depends because Lennox Lewis, the way he did Mike was crazy because he treated Mike like a little boy.
That's because Lennox Lewis is also a man whose arms are as long as Tyson Fury's, but he's only like 6'5", and then had
No,
the
Lennox
power
just had
of
power though. Lennox was crazy. Lennox had a chin. He only lost 2 fights in his whole career.
That's because of his reach, right? He fought his man, the way he fought, like he had his lead arm like out like an old school boxer, and for people to even get inside that right there. So that's why I'm like, his arms were about as long as Tyson Fury's, and he's only what 6'5", 6'6".
All I know is Fury had a problem with who's that dude from the Ukraine? Darren. Who did he fight before he fought Wallin, right? That's his name, Wallin.
From the Ukraine?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Look, are we talking about the heavyweight division? The heavyweight division is the most stacked division right now. It's the most craziest division. We got everything going on when it comes to Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce happening in the next upcoming weeks. We got Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius is happening. That's going to be crazy. I can't wait for that. Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is supposed to be happening before the end of this year.
Yucky.
That's supposed to be crazy. So we have so much shit happening when it comes to boxing right now. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's really happening. I don't know if it's legit, but the rumors is crazy right now. I'm not mad at it in no type of way. Fury keeps good distance, has a good reaching jab. Of course, he's 6'9".
He's 6'9" with a crazy reach. Of course he would. I do appreciate Vision Hawk's,
But I'm glad you just made my opinion that Tyson Fury is a top 5 boxer. So when I'm saying that, I'm just saying Wilder's only lost to one man in that ring, and he's knocked down every man that stepped in the ring. So it's not like he's some scrub or he's, regardless of what his boxing skill is, he's getting the job done, regardless.
I agree with you. I've never called him a scrub. I just think he came in at a weaker time.
And I hear what you're saying, but I'm like, even Mike Tyson's never knocked down a Evander Holyfield or Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying? He's not knocked down every, but I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying he's never knocked down everybody that stepped in the ring with him. So I'm saying, like, you can't disrespect Wilder just because of the time he came in. He still did the job, right?
Yeah, he did the job.
He did the job. You know what I'm saying? He knocked down somebody 6'9", 280, and he wasn't even close to that weight. Put him on his back.
You ain't fighting Evander Holyfield or Lennox Lewis.
He could beat Evander Holyfield, in my opinion. Lennox Lewis, that's tough because that jab was crazy.
Wallen wanted that Fury matchup. I know that for a fact.
He did?
Yeah, Wallen wanted that Fury matchup.
Oh, okay.
Who did?
Wallen, Otto Wallen. He wanted that Fury matchup.
I don't think he's gonna get it again, though. He had his chance.
Nah, there ain't no way he's gonna get it. I'm like, the way the heavyweight division is proportioned, the way the heavyweight division is matched up right now, the way that's his section, the way that's distributed. I'm like, there ain't no possible way for that to happen. I'm like, as of right now, we got Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce happening. The winner of that probably going to be waiting in the wins. Probably will either fight Daniel Dubois or possibly the loser.
Right? Ruiz, right?
I don't know. I think Luis Ortiz kind of out of the.
No, I said Ruiz.
Oh, Andy Ruiz. Yeah, Andy Ruiz is in a weird spot because Andy Ruiz wants the Deontay Wilder fight, but I don't think he's going to get it.
Y'all feel like Daniel Dubois is a little overrated?
Ooh, don't tell Flu that.
I don't think he's overrated. I think he's just young. I think Frank Warren just tried to make that nigga Anthony Joshua when there was no reason for you to make him Anthony Joshua because you see how Anthony Joshua turned out. I'm like, that nigga was too young for you to be treating him like that. Like, he's barely 24, 25 years old.
They said somebody be like.
Remember when Fury wanted $500 million for the AJ match and a couple of days later changed it to free by the fans? I'm like, look, the boxing game is changing. You see the big boxing matches having to be it not really having to be the case, but that's what everyone's talking about, and you can't avoid it. It just is what it is.
All right, I'm about to get up out of here soon, but I want to ask you a question, Fluent. And
go ahead.
Who do y'all think Andre Boo Boo Andrade will fight next? And will he ever get a fight that makes his career what it should be? And it's beautiful.
Probably fight Zach Parker and nah, never.
Can never get a Jamal or nothing. None of those type of fights.
He may get it, but it'll be at the point where it doesn't matter.
Damn. So his career is over. Eddie Hearn ruined his career.
He didn't ruin his career. He took a chance. He made money. He made a lot of money, but it just where it came to being great when it comes to boxing, he didn't make the right choice.
So would you be surprised if Canelo fights him next? If that was ever to happen, would you be surprised?
Nah, he's not gonna do that. They have something in place. Who's gonna fight next?
Damn. Hey man, he didn't even mention Devin Haney versus Cambosos too, man. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, it's coming up later this weekend. Later this year.
It's coming the 15th, the same as Wilder and Clarissa Shields.
I just want to be 100 with you. I'm disappointed for how this went. I'm disappointed for how the fight went, the outcome, the ending, the conclusion, whatever you want to call it. I'm disappointed, man. I'm not happy. What's right?
No,
that's my ending statement for this.
All right.
So
I feel it, dog. Well, it's good to see you, Flex. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. It's good to see you, dog.
I know, man. I honestly, yeah. I mean, the fight was whack, but I had a good time.
Oh God, it was. I ain't gonna lie, man. I forgot. Like, I can't remember a highlight of the fight where I was like, oh, like Cyril Gane versus Tavasi was better than that, man.
That was one of the best fights I ever seen in my life.
That fight was crazy. Because remember, Gane, that was the first time we ever seen him get knocked down.
That was one of the best fights I ever seen in my life, man. I enjoyed that fight. That was legendary. That's repeat all day.
You got any John Jones news? Is he really gonna fight Stipe this year? Or is that cap?
I don't know.
Cap.
I couldn't tell you.
Cap thing. It's cap. If you don't know, then it's cap.
I think he's ready. I think he's just trying to find the right.
Me and Flu both agreed that he should just retire and go on top, man, because it'd be crazy if he just goes up to heavyweight and gets better.
I mean, he might. I want him to see how he does at heavyweight. I mean, just ultimately just because of his ground game. And then a lot of the heavyweights in the UFC are not as skilled, right? But all it does is take his, when you get into heavyweight, right? It takes one punch.
I agree with that.
You know, and you can get caught, and it is, but a lot of heavyweights are skilled, baby.
We're gonna see if he even decides to even take that chance and be at the heavyweight division side of the game.
He better, man. All that smack talking, all this little stupid training, him putting on 240 pounds and deadlifting all that much. Don't waste your time. Don't nobody deadlift that much for fun.
Lex been seeing what I've been seeing too. He been
Before
talking
the end of the year.
Before
the end of the year.
You'll see.
I didn't see it before the end of the year. God damn it.
What we in September? I don't think we see it before the end of the year. I'd say
you gotta.
It's gonna be January.
Beginning of next year.
Yeah, January or February.
That's some bullshit.
You gotta slow down all that heavy deadlifting he doing.
Because didn't he just get like in trouble during the Hall of Fame or something like that? His Hall of Fame induction.
He did. That was a little bit ago, but yeah.
What was he doing?
We shouldn't speak on
some shit. Yeah,
he was being John Jones. That's all we can say. That's all we need to say.
There you go. He was being Johnny John.
He was being great. It's been great. Leave it at that. But look, all right. I want to salute to the people. It was a good time tonight, man.
Yeah, man. Raising Canaan tomorrow, dog. If anybody cares.
Oh,
we got Raising Canaan.
Stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Stay up. Appreciate everybody. Any last words? Anybody want to say anything?
And man, just enjoy your weekend, man. Head down, get the grind going, man. Be you could be.
And then want to say Flex.
That's it. Get the money. Everybody have a great week. I'm hoping that I can be back on here a little bit more, and I had a whole lot of fun with y'all.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you, Flex. So hopefully we can make this more of a consistent thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, I didn't like the Triple G versus Canelo outcome, but it is what it is. That's how it go. We're gonna keep pushing. We keep rolling. Tomorrow's Sunday. Enjoy y'all night. Enjoy y'all day. Enjoy y'all weekend. You already know what it is. Stay up. We out of here.
$100 in the club and we